What is up, everybody? WTF? Welcome to Funkatopia. I'm your host, Mr. Christopher. This is Jeff Page.
Roar. I gotta do both.
It's always a roar. What the hell was that? That was not even a.
My reference on. What's happening, everybody? I'm excited, man. I'm just happy we're here. Whether I raw or fern or whatever noise I decide to make, I'm just happy to be here.
It's been a very, very long day because, as many of you know, Jeff Page and I are going to Minneapolis tomorrow. We're leaving for Minneapolis tomorrow. Christina will be coming up there in just a little bit. Kimberly says whoever is going to the weekend events in Minneapolis, have lots of fun. Kim from North Dakota.
Thank you, Kimberly. We will. I'm sure they will too. We'll make sure.
Claire is here from Honolulu. And then Krista, hey, what's going on? Are you fine? Fine, folks. Michelle, hello. Lisa, hello. Jean from Chicago. Jeannie. Is it Jean or Jeannie? I'm going to say Jeannie. It sounds fancier. You know, so I promised that we would, not I promised, I mentioned when I did that Rogue, it was just like a Rogue show that we kind of wanted to talk about the single day tickets thing, that we were going to be doing a Purple Rain special tonight. That's not happening tonight, as you can tell. So we were going to do the Purple Rain special on the, whatever that Tuesday is, I think it's the 17th, I think. No, 18th. So yeah, the Tuesday, the 18th is when we'll do that Purple Rain special, because I wanted to make sure that we had everything in Genie. Perfect. Wanted to make sure that we had everything together and that it was going to be done right. And I didn't want to rush it. And it makes more sense to do a little bit closer to the actual anniversary of the soundtrack in the movie, which is what the estate did in order to do the celebration this year. So I wanted to make sure that all that was done right. So put the little pieces of stuff together for the show tonight. And the next thing you know, it was like, pow, 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 pow. So we're going to have, you guys are going to have fun tonight because we've got multiple special guests coming in this evening, just multiple guests that are going to be dropping in.
Did you say rogue? Just rogue guests?
Just rogue multiple guests. It's like rogue, meaning that there's no rhyme or reason to probably the order that they come in.
It's just like,
I mean, I have an order that they'll probably come in based on, I was just like, hey, if you come, just come at 8:30, or if you come, just come at 9. Because we want to try to stick to that 10 o'clock deadline tonight, because again, Jeff Page and myself are going to be heading to the airport and tomorrow morning, and we'll be flying into Minneapolis, just kind of checking it out. First day is going to be a day to just kind of relax, just chill, check some things out, look at the bowling venue that we'll be doing on June 6th, which is this Thursday. I hope all of you fine folks are going to, is that what I meant? Random. I should have said random. It's not really random because I know who they are.
No, it's not random at all.
It's not random. It's rogue.
I mean, random's a good word. I mean,
sure. A potpourri of guests.
A potpourri. We're gonna have a potpourri of guests showing up.
Of guests tonight, and you get to be a guest on the show tonight. Also, believe it or not, don't do the scroll. Just actually, if you want to do the scroll, that's fine. But we're not.
I'm gonna wait.
We have a live phone line for you to call in tonight. You guys can all call in. You can actually pick up the phone and actually call in. And that's pretty friggin' awesome. And I'm looking forward to it because we get to actually talk and you can ask direct questions. If you feel like you're being ignored, you're like, screw this, and pick up the phone and call. We actually have a special vanity number.
Just know that some of you, we might actually be ignoring you on purpose. So just be aware.
Yeah. You know what? I was trying to find the vanity number because I was like, I've got to do something that's going to make sense that people are going to actually be,
it's the right
that people will remember.
Yep.
Even if they don't, they'll just remember it. And I was doing I was counting out the letters and I was like, do you realize that Funkatopia is a perfect phone number? FUN.
Right.
KAT and then OPIA. I was like,
letters,
please be available. That would be amazing. It's not, but I don't even think it's a
Smellatopia and every other thing, but no funk.
That's right. Funktopia without the A is okay.
Funktopia. Just
So we actually got a vanity number. We'll be giving it out. We got a couple of things that we got to get out of the way because we've got some things that we're going to be talking about. Got some special guests that are going to be joining us. They said they'd be coming in at the top of the hour, so we're waiting here for them. As soon as I see them in the green room, if you're listening to me and you're waiting for me to play the video, I will play the video once I see you in the green room. Because if the video ends and you're not here,
be like, that was fun. Thanks, guys.
yeah.
And for my next trick,
I've been doing this for too long. I knows better.
Man, we're not doing that. But well, the good thing is there's good people, and it's gonna be a nice interview. It's gonna be a good moment, and it's informative. Is that a good word?
I wasn't really going to do an interview though. Oh yeah, it's gonna be so much fun.
a
But there's other things
potpourri.
there's other things that we will be talking about other than the events that are going to be happening this weekend. Although that's one of the primary things we're going to be talking about. However, there is going to be lots of fun coming up. But I do want to tell you this. This is an important announcement. I am jumping all the way down to the end of the notes because this is an important announcement that I made earlier today on Facebook. Many of you may not have seen it, but I'm telling you now because I had to make some adjustments, and because of the length of this event, I had to start it tomorrow at 12 p.m. So tomorrow at noon, Eastern Standard Time, it's Prince A to Z, our celebration special that will be starting tomorrow, June 5th at 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We're going to play all of Prince's music completely in alphabetical order, and it takes almost 4.5 days. It's over 1,200 songs, and basically it's insane. And
the crowd goes wild. That's the point.
Yeah, it's a lot. You know what? Ever since I turned that noise gate on, the audio is fine. Did you notice that? We can actually talk over each other. This is nice.
I like it.
I love this.
I can interrupt you much more.
Yeah, I mean, that's what we're here for. So tomorrow at noon, so right about time you're eating lunch, gonna tune in to the Funked Up app, and you'll be able to hear all of Prince's music in chronological order. I mean, not chronological, keep saying that, alphabetical order. Now, here's a couple of little notations, and I put this on the Facebook post. Here is a couple of notations. First off, there are a few places you can hear it. The first place, obviously, and the best place, because it's mobile and you can take it anywhere that you go, is obviously the Funked Up app. Right. So go to Android, go to iPhone store and find Funked Up, FUNKEDUP, Funked Up, one word, and download it. And at noon tomorrow, that's when it will start. There are 2 radio stations on that app. You want to go to the radio station called Uptown Radio. That's the 24/7 Prince radio station, and that will be playing all of Prince's music in alphabetical order. Here's the other thing. So if the song, okay, first off, it doesn't actually go A to Z. It's actually the numbers first and then A to Z, but A to Z just sounds better. Right. But the numbers like 319, 777, 9311, 7, those types of things, and the $ the Cashwell song. Go ahead.
Those aren't numbers. Cut it out. Stop trying to fool the people.
So the symbols and numbers, those actually go first, and they should be relatively in order. I think there was some wonkiness, like, I don't know if 777, 9311 happened before 7. I don't know. The numbers are going to be first, and that in itself, what was the numbers here?
This is amazing.
There are 43 songs with numbers that are numbers. 43. I mean, try to think of as many songs as you can with numbers. Just try to think of, just try. I can think of, 7. I'd like the 3 I just said, 777, 9311, 319. There's the $ one, because the symbols are in there too.
The struggle is I'm trying to think of non-Prince related. I can't.
What?
I'm trying to think of non-Prince numbered songs, and my brain went burnt.
Yeah, I mean, so I'll kind of give you an idea. Let's see here. Let me actually, I'm going to share the screen here is what I'm going to do, because this makes it a little bit easier here.
And
So
and
I'm going
just
to,
need everybody to understand there's a lot of work that goes into doing something like this. So
oh
he's,
my,
I mean, the amount of work to go through and put everything in alphabetical order, and that's because the system is not set up to just automatically resort. This isn't like an Excel spreadsheet where you can just sort. So he has to manually move things around. And Chris just learned the alphabet and just figured out how to read properly. So it's not the easiest.
yes, the Madhouse albums will be in there. Correct. Yes, the Madhouse albums will be in there. Bria Valente will be in there. The Time albums will be in there. If he wrote it, it will be in there. Some of the Time songs I actually pulled out, like the ones that he didn't write. Like, for instance, It's Your World. He didn't have anything to do with that song. There's songs that he didn't have anything to do with, and I did not put them in the mix. There may be a few that are littered in there that he kind of, like, for instance, Stevie Nicks' Stand Back is in there. A lot of people were like, whenever they hear that on the radio, they're like, what? Stevie, because a lot of people don't know this, some people do, is that Stevie Nicks was driving down the road in California, and Purple Rain came on, and she was overtaken by the song, and she pulled off on the side, had whoever was driving pull off on the side of the road, and she was writing lyrics to the melody of Purple Rain. And then she came and she wrote the song Stand Back. I would love for somebody to take the vocals of Stand Back and put it to the instrumental of Purple Rain to see just how well it fits. I don't think anybody's ever done that before. But then here's the other thing, is that she because of the fact that she did that, she wanted to make sure it was okay with Prince. So she called Prince, and Prince came to the studio and goes, yeah, I like that. And then he proceeded to go into the studio. I think he did like some dabbled in some background vocals, but he played the keyboard on that song Stand Back. So he's involved in that song. So that one's in there. So again, I'm going to share the screen. This is crazy. Or maybe it was Little Red Corvette. You're right. This is the numbers, just so if you didn't think about it. Here it is: 3121, 2045, 2020, 1999, 1201, 1,000 light years from here, 200 balloons. What you're like, oh yeah, oh that's right, okay, that's right. 21 guns, 18 and over. You can obviously see now. There's like tons of them.
Yeah,
it's 43.
So many that I can't think of non-Prince related number songs. That's the thing. Is just automatically my brain goes, oh yeah, first.
Yeah, Dwayne, you're right. Dwayne Jules like Little Red Corvette. I'm not questioning anything. That's right, Little Red Corvette.
Dwayne, I'm sure you slapped the mic first.
Like, oh my god, I'm out of here, idiot.
I oughta.
Yes. Everybody's calling it. Yes, Little Red Corvette. Yes, Little Red Corvette.
The phone lines are going crazy, and you don't even have the number yet.
Todd said there used to be a mashup of Little Red Corvette and Stand Back. That'd be awesome. So, anyways, there's tons of 3 hours and 20 minutes of just numbers, and then you finally get to A, and then it goes A to Z. So you're talking, it's basically 4 days and 7 hours. I think it was what it ran up to, 4 days and 7 hours and some change. So yeah, it's going to be ridiculous. It's a lot. It's a lot. And it starts tomorrow at noon, Eastern Standard Time. So it's pretty exciting. So that's where you need to be. If anything else, if you don't do anything else, that's where you need to be. And that's going to be fun. It's going to be a lot of fun. We won't be on a plane. We'll actually be off. Actually, we will be getting off the plane right as it's starting, because I think we get off the plane at like 11 or something like that. So that's an hour.
Some godly hour. But you don't need to know that.
Yeah. And so tonight when we give you, after we got a couple of guests that are going to be about to jump in here real quick. When we open up the phone lines, if you have any questions about Celebration, or you have anything like that that you want answers to, please feel free to call and ask those questions. We have specific things about travel plans or how to get around or anything like that. Please just let us know. The phone lines will be open here in just a minute.
We'll be here waiting for you with
what I found?
Breath.
I actually found the Celebration 2022 schedule as I was kind of cleaning up the room. So this is kind of, for those who have never been to the Celebration, this is kind of what it ends up looking like. You essentially get one of these cards, and it will sometimes be in your lanyard holder or whatever. and you'll just break it out and go, okay, well, who's going where, who's doing what? Oh, there's Jill Jones. She's going to be at the sound stage. And, so it's almost like there it is. So that's kind of very, very similar to what you're going to experience at the celebration if you've never been there before. So,
Yep. And they were nice enough to include the shuttle stuff. So you didn't forget that your shuttle was going to be around. So yeah, it all worked out.
Uh-oh. Aaron Frigo is in Minneapolis. Aaron, are you coming to the bowling event? Please tell me yes. That'd be so much fun.
Come on.
But then I'll have to stand by the AC.
Right.
All right. Okay, so let's go ahead and start some of the show, shall we? Because
Absolutely.
this is I think we should. Let's go ahead and move it and see what we got going on.
One of my favorite guys is hanging out in the green room.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man.
Yeah, man.
So, yeah, man. So as you guys know, up in Minneapolis, there are tons of things that are going on in Minneapolis this weekend. We're going to be at the bowling event and everything. We got all the stuff that's going on, but there's a lot of people that can't make it to Minneapolis for whatever reason. So there is another event that is happening in Houston, put together by Craig Alexander and Prince Day Houston, and kind of give you a little bit of a taste of what that may look like. Here's a little video message from Brown Mark. Enjoy this.
Hey, what's happening, Purple family? It's your boy Brown Mark, bass player at Prince in the Revolution. You know me, Purple Rain. Hey, look, you know what's fast approaching. On June 7th, H-Town has made it official. It's Prince Day. And we're going to be partying at the Velvet Room. That's right. We're going to be celebrating 40 years of Purple Rain. If you're a true Prince fan, why don't you come on out, join me, my boy Craig C.A. Alexander, and a whole host of other Purple family. That's right. June 7th, fast approaching at the Velvet Room. Oh yeah, you're going to need tickets. So go to this website. PrinceDayHOU.com. You hear me? Okay. PrinceDayHOU.com for tickets and more information. So why don't you come on out and we're going to party like it's 1999. Oh yeah, it's Purple Rain. So come on out for the 40-year celebration of Purple Rain. I'm going to see you there.
Yeah, man. That is what I'm talking about right there. That's a special message from Brown Mark. And I'm telling you, this is a pretty significant event because there's a lot going on. I know, like, for instance, we've got, as far as the Minneapolis crew, there's a lot of folks that are going to be at the Minneapolis stuff. But Craig Alexander has put together quite a little bit of a big show here in Houston. And basically what has happened is, and he's still in the green room right now. Essentially what's happened is that, I don't remember how many years ago is, you can hold up a hand, Craig, that he went to the mayor of Houston and he was able to get get Houston to declare June 7th Prince Day. And then his 3 years ago, Prince Day Houston, or more than that, 8 years. Oh, you got two hands up. 8 years ago, was it? All right.
8 years ago.
Man. 8 years ago, he approached the mayor of Houston and said, we need to make June 7th Prince Day Houston. So he actually made it happen. We need to do this in Atlanta too. I mean, he made it happen. So
on it. And and think about this. This is the 40th. Okay. Last time I went out there and he did Prince Day Houston, it was off the charts. Like it was elevated. So just imagine what this is going to be like. So those of you who are not in Minneapolis, again, that's the whole reason we're having you talking about it. If you're going to be in that area, if you're in California and just the surrounding states, go to Houston, head over to Prince Day Houston, because it's going to be off the charts for sure.
Yeah, so I'm going to bring him in. I know that Damon D was actually going to be joining him, and he's having some technical difficulties getting in. But for right now, we'll go ahead and bring in Mr. Craig Alexander in the house. What's up, man?
What's up? Pew, 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 pew. What's up, good people?
Oh my gosh!
Hey man, I haven't seen you in a while, man. How you been?
Hey man, we've been holding it down. You know, we've been having some tricky weather in Houston. I'm sure y'all been seeing on the news, but thankfully, where we're located, we're more suburban and to the south of a lot of what you may have saw on the news happening downtown with the buildings imploding and glass all over the place and tornadoes. We really didn't get much of that in suburban Houston because we're kind of like leaving Houston going more towards Galveston, kind of 10, 15 minutes outside the city. But a lot of people we knew lost power, had major damage to their houses. So it's been a lot of cleanup and restoration in H-Town.
Wow.
So,
but other than that, you know, we're alive and well.
Yeah. So for those that don't know, kind of just refresh people's memory exactly what the process was of you getting the mayor to name June 7th Prince Day in Houston.
Well, I already had a history with our immediate past mayor, Sylvester Turner. He's also a fellow alum of University of Houston, Go Cougs. And one of my Greek brothers, he's Alpha Phi Alpha, I'm Omega Psi Phi. But he came to me with some needs to assist with his campaign. And during some U of H events, homecoming, and some other events where we had a large population of alumni in attendance, he had me help coordinate, giving his little 10-minute speech to each group and trying to solicit their votes for him as mayor. And I kind of jokingly laughed and told him, hey, the day is going to come. You know, I might need a favor from you, just like you leaned on me. I might come leaning on you. And fast forward, you know, to Prince's transition, I made a phone call and they obliged. Initially, it was turning City Hall purple and the reflection pool purple, like a number of major monumental buildings and structures did across the globe. I'm happy to say that we were also in tune with that in Houston, and City Hall stayed purple for 24 hours and the reflection pool purple 24 hours on April 21st into
Nice.
April 22nd. So as we got closer and closer, I had already been doing Prince-themed events and functions since my undergrad days at U of H. And through my club promotions and other events, I was always doing something Prince-related. And I just thought it was most appropriate to approach Mayor Turner and say, I think I want to cash in on that favor. The process for them considering someone receiving a day in the city can be pretty lengthy and drawn out, and a lot of fact checking and a lot of back and forth situation. But because of my relationship with him and because he knew me personally and knew my affinity and affection for Prince long standing, the process was nothing like it is for anyone else for me. He basically knew that the content or felt that the content I would include in the proclamation didn't necessarily need to be fact checked per se. And he signed off on my request in a day and a half. The goal was to have it in place and official on June 7th. So I didn't even get the paperwork in and get everything to his office until June 5th, and was a little concerned that it might not happen. And so what was crazy, my wife Crystal and I were out. We went to commemorate June 7th, 2021 by getting matching love symbol tattoos.
Nice.
And
Wow.
so we happened to be at the tattoo parlor right after midnight because we wanted it to be June 7th. And I was a little distraught that I hadn't got a phone call or email from the mayor's office just yet. And so we kind of put it to the side. The tattoo parlor was obliged us, and we cranked Prince on the stereo, got our tattoos. And as we were leaving, I was a bit dejected. She offered to drive, so I'm in the passenger seat. We just heading back home, feeling like, you know, I didn't get it done and I wasn't feeling too good. went to my emails, and sure enough, the email had come through like at 9 o'clock that night that your request has been approved. Here's your document number. Please be at City Hall bright and early tomorrow morning at 8:30 in the ceremony room to receive your proclamation for Prince Day, take all the necessary photographs to catalog that the day is official, get your extra copies, blah, blah, blah. And of course, I completely lost it in the car while we were riding home. I lost it. And we got home, and the kids knew I had been working on this and knew how I was feeling about it. And if my memory serves me correct, we came in the house 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock in the morning. We woke the kids up. We cranked the volume to 10. We pretty much had like a Prince party in the house, and just woke them up, and they, what the hell's going on? Hey man, it's official. You know what I'm saying? It will forever be remembered as Prince Day in the city of Houston. And I'm proud to say through my efforts, it happened. And even when I'm long gone, the city of Houston will still recognize June 7th as Prince Day.
Right, exactly.
And so and the local news media caught wind, and the host of one of the more popular entertainment shows in Houston on our Fox affiliate, Isaiah Carey, shout out to Isaiah, he followed my steps and my quest to make Prince Day official. And so we recorded 2 segments because I was having the party on June 7th with or without the proclamation and the official day and documents. And so we recorded 2 interviews to commemorate. It was Prince's first birth anniversary since his transition, whatever. So I called Isaiah on my way to the city hall, and I was just screaming and hollering, man, I got it, bro. Yeah, you gotta run the one that said it, we got it done. We got it done. And so it went on Fox, and the radio station locally picked up on it, and they have supported the movement ever since. There's a 12-hour block of Prince music by our R&B station, Magic 102, every June 7th. And he has me in studio live every June 6th to talk about the event on June 7th. So Thursday of this week, myself, Brown Mark, Damon D, and my art director, Maya Watson, we will be live on Fox 26 right after the news, talking Prince Day Houston, the charities, special guests, significance of Purple Rain 40, etc. So looking forward to being on air Thursday with Damon and Brown Mark.
Yeah, awesome. So just so, and Damon is still, I've been kind of texting, and that's really why I have you tell the story, so I could also try to work a little bit with Damon, try to help him get on.
Yeah, he's texting me too, but I'm online on my phone, so it's like
he jumped in the chat. He's like, I'm here. Okay, yeah. Let me just say, just for those of you who don't know, in case you didn't know, when Craig Alexander mentioned with his entertainment company, in case you need to look him up, it's Second to None Entertainment, and it's the word second, number 2, none, second to none entertainment. And you know, if you're looking for a company to do some work, you could see already that he gets things done. So just know that. I just got to give you that shout out because you didn't say it.
And I appreciate you doing that. And if I may, I'll keep it brief, but I want to give you a little bit of insight on the significance of that name. The individual who was second most influential in my life next to my dad, Vernell Alexander, rest in peace, was my mom's youngest brother, Arthur Ray Johnson. He was a man's man, a ladies' man. He was all in one, and he was who I aspired to be like. He was the one that introduced me to Prince at the age of 9. I played the drums, I took piano lessons, I understood music, and he had the biggest collection of reel to reel, you know. This came out with For You. He had me sit down with some headphones on, and he said, I know you're gonna dig this music, just check it out. He didn't give me the album sleeve, anything. So I'm just sitting there listening to the album, and I'm loving the music. I'm digging how it's all put together. And my uncle had also taught me that you always look at the back side of the jacket to see who did the work, that the front side was just for sales. It was the pretty side, but the work side was the back side. So he handed me the album, I flipped it over, and of course, I was immediately drawn to written, composed, arranged, produced, performed by Prince. And I said to myself, no way that was one individual doing that, you know what I mean? And so I listened to it a second time with that ear, knowing what that meant when I saw those words at the age of 9, bro. I knew what it was because I was 9 at the time. And it started my trek of following all things Prince, everything from a young age, growing up in rural East Texas, being fortunate enough to travel through my with family ties. My uncle played in the NFL, so we was always moving around, and they took me to concerts and shows when I shouldn't have been there. And it started my affection and
I'll bet there.
affinity for Prince. Very young age, I didn't even understand some of the sexual content that he was saying. I'm singing along and not even knowing what it was what was going on. But I dug deep into the lyrics because back then in East Texas we didn't have radio station, so my
Yep.
uncle would have to dub the albums for me because my mom and dad both are licensed ordained ministers, and they wasn't having me bringing that Prince music in the house. So he would he would dub it on a TDK or a Memorex and send it to me, and I would spend my time as a young CA with headphones on, pausing and writing the lyrics down in my little purple notebook. And I got into the lyrical content of Prince at an early age. And the parts I didn't understand, I grew into it. And that's why I'm where I am today.
That's the same thing that happened with Questlove. His parents were the same way, and he said he had to hide all of his albums in the snare drum.
Yeah. And so my uncle's birthday, to pay homage to him because he was who I looked up to be and who I aspired to be, his birthday is February the 20th. So 220 is second to none. That's where second to none entertainment comes from because he was born on February the 20th.
Nice.
So I do a lot of things on the strength of 220, and it's a way of me paying homage to my uncle. So when I came up with my entertainment company to do graphics, memorabilia, paraphernalia, marketing, promotions, concerts, comedy shows, I've done a little bit of everything. I wanted to pay respect to him in that fashion because he was that type of guy in the city of Houston. He was that recognized and that revered. And I carry his and my dad's driver's license in my wallet to this day. So anywhere I go, when I was in Denmark, when I was working and living and moving around overseas, everywhere I go, I have my dad's license that he had right till he passed, and I got my uncle's license from right when he passed, and they're with me all the time.
That's awesome. Well, I know we only have about 5 more minutes because we're getting people lined up here, but I do want to run through some things real quick. First off, as you can see down the scroller right there, PrinceDayHOU.com is where you get tickets for the event. But I want to show you a couple things, folks. I've showed this the past couple of I'm going to hide our little thing here. The past couple of broadcasts I've shown you this is that everything that's going on June 7th and 8th with the Let's Go Crazy, and they got the Purple Rain on the big screen is happening on the 8th, and then they've got this big Purple Rain thing. But I've also saved a couple of things for you also. Check this out. This is obviously Brown Mark. It's going to be special guest VIP meet and greet on June 7th, Prince Day Houston. It's going to be happening in the Velvet Room in Houston, which is, this is fantastic because I'm glad that he's actually out and about because I know, he was going through it for a minute. And so yes. I'm glad to see he's out and about, he's doing his thing, and Revolution is about to be tearing it up here at the end of the month. So I'm really excited about that. That's happening on the 7th. So again, if you're in Houston, there's no other place you want to be. But then on top of that, if that's not enough, on the 8th, they're showing the movie Purple Rain, and Damon D is going to be at this also. Is this going to be like a Q&A afterwards, or what's happening on that?
Yes, Damon is going to make an appearance all weekend, but he's primarily the special guest for the movie screening. And so the doors open at 6. DJ Mulan is going to be spinning nothing but Prince. We'll take a moment, give Damon the mic, tell some stories, tell some behind the scenes stuff, and then have a little Q&A, and then the movie starts at 7:30. For those who may want to come, again, if you go to my homepage, PrinceDayHOU.com, you'll see the Purple Rain movie icon, and you can click that. And if you use PR40 when you check out, you'll get 15% off the price of admission. And I'm thankful because Warner Brothers was very tricky and particular, and corporate and I worked with Rooftop Cinema Club. They are a national chain, and they also have a location in London. and we had to do a workaround to be able to get the proper permissions and the vouchers to be able to show Purple Rain on the big screen. They were afforded 2 vouchers, and they wanted to do the collab. They reached out to me to do the collaboration with me in conjunction with Prince Day. We thought that Purple Rain 40th was significant enough that we didn't just need to have a one-night event. We need to make it a weekend extravaganza. And so I'm thankful for the good people at Rooftop Cinema Club, because we have a good partnership going on.
Yeah, so you got Brown Mark on the 7th. You got this Purple Rain movie that's happening on the 8th with Damon D going to be doing some questions. You got DJ Mulan in the mix also on that. And then on the 9th, if that's not enough for y'all, a bunch of stuff going on the 9th. You've got Cool Breeze Band. It's going to be Damon D is going to be hanging out there too with Purple Rain, REIGN. It's going to be the Sunday Fun Day. You've got Cool Breeze Band that's going to be playing there. There's just so much going on. So 3 days, 7th, 8th, and 9th is going to be a full weekend, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday of all purpleness in Houston. So if you can't make it to Minneapolis and you can't do all the things that's going to happen up there in Prince's hometown, it's fine. It's okay. You're on the other side of the country. It's all good. Houston, good. Texas is where to be. Prince Day, HOU.com. And use that code PR40 if you're getting tickets for that movie, because you get a discount on that as well. Man, Craig, thank you so much for coming out. And I know Damon was having a bunch of technical issues. I know he's in here as well. Any parting words you like to share before you cut your loose?
No, I appreciate you and Jeff for always showing love and support. Over the years, we've gotten closer and closer as brothers. And I'm thankful for the times that you have considered what we're doing in Houston, trying to accomplish in Houston, to be important enough and significant enough in the Purple community for those who may not be able to travel and move around like some of us are able to. I want to have affordable, fun events. And after we pay the bills, the money goes to charity. I want to highlight that, because I'm big on making sure that the money goes to charity. We've supported local charities with underprivileged kids doing college tours. We've given to PRN Alumni Foundation. Yes, We Code. A number of initiatives have benefited little over $10,000, I would say, since the first year has been attributed to charities in Prince's name and Prince's honor through the Prince Day Houston platform. If I can't do that part, then I don't think I'm doing the Purple community justice. So I want that to be drilled in, because I know there are some who don't make that point. But I want to make the point that Prince Day Houston gives back. That was the foundation of the platform. If it wasn't that, it wasn't going to be. This is not hyping up Prince and trying to, head into the sunset with a bag of money. No, sir. We pay our artists. We pay the people who are involved. But once they're paid, the money goes to charity.
Yeah. Awesome. Well, I appreciate it, Craig. Thank you so much for hanging out, man. And we will talk soon. And make sure you let me know how it went up in Houston. All right, man, I appreciate it.
And I will be in Minnie. I don't know if you guys are going back. I'll be up there the 20th through the 24th for what it's worth. So
we'll be there.
We will hang out. We'll break bread. We'll raise a glass and do all that cool stuff. I get in on that Thursday the 20th, and I'll only get to that Monday the 24th.
Oh, it's the same for both of us. We'll see you up there.
Cool.
All right, brother.
And shout out to Omega Sci-Fi is in the building. Shout out to my frat brothers.
All right, thanks, man. Appreciate it.
Peace.
All right, and just so you know, somebody did actually figure out some of the technical issues, because I'm actually, you know what, we will. I've told you we're going to be doing a Purple Rain special. I was going to do it tonight, but there was just too much going on. It was just too much going on. And so I'm going to be doing a Purple Rain special on the 18th. And I'm going to do my best to bring in Dwayne Tudall, who is like the master biographer. And he's I mean, come on, just look at this dude.
I can't stand
Dwayne Tudall in the house.
Hello, everybody. Hello. Hey, guys.
Goodness.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay,
We can
good.
hear you. How
Making
you
sure,
doing?
making sure. Making
Yeah.
sure. Hey, how you guys doing?
Doing
That was
good. And I
cool.
know
That was
you
great.
said
That was great. I wanted to say hi to Craig, but that's fine. This is totally fine. I had no idea he was a Q, which is Omega Sci-Fi, which these guys are dedicated. So when you know what they can do, you know how good this thing is going to be in Houston, because those guys are completely committed. And so
bad.
I want to say that to hey Craig. First off, say hey to him and tell him congratulations on going through that, because I know I've seen it.
It's a lot. It's a lot.
Yeah.
But you know what? I'm going to bring in a couple more guests. We're going to like pack the house right now while we're in here. Okay. First off, somebody who was having technical difficulties and obviously found a way around it, and he has got it all worked out now. Here he is. Damon D's in the house.
Yes, sir.
Damon.
What's
sir.
going on? Dwayne, how you doing?
How you
Jeff,
doing,
how
Damon?
you doing, man?
Good to see you, sir.
Oh my gosh. And the other guest I'll bring in here, we're just going to have a little bit of a party now. The other guest that I'm going to bring in here is a good friend of mine. We had him on the show probably a few years ago now, but it was such an amazing guest. Many of you know him. He worked with Prince through the Purple Rain days all the way through the 90s. He was over Paisley Park. He also managed Prince for a while. He head of security. He did everything. He friggin' did everything.
Changed his diapers. He did everything. He pretty much did everything. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Gilbert Davison in the house as well.
Hello,
Yes, sir.
Man, you give the best intros. I'm looking like, who's he talking about? Oh,
Talk about you, brother.
hey, Damon, how's it going?
I'm good, Ben. How you doing?
I'm good, man. It's nice to see you. Hi, Dwayne. How are you?
Okay, how you doing, Gilbert?
Good.
Nice to see you too.
Congratulations on the release of your book.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Yeah,
Thank you.
congratulations. Wow.
Yes.
I'm so when is the new book coming? Because I don't know if you can see behind me, but you may that white may be recognizable. I've got 2 of each of the books so far. One, the regular one, and then of course when the expanded edition comes out, I get that one too. So I've already got 4 plus the 2 that I have on my Kindle. So when's the other one coming? Because I got to make.
It's gonna be a while. It's gonna be a while. I'm still working on it. It's these things you want to make sure they're right, and the next one's going to be 87, 88 with the possibility of 89 if I can. So it's a lot to make sure it's right. These are going to be people going to look through them. And as you know, people look through them trying to find any sort of error. And so if the more specific you get, the more chance you have for being wrong. So I want to make sure, and stories contradict, and you want to make sure you go directly to the source as much as possible. So
everybody's saying triple D's in the house. Dwayne put it all Damon D and Gilbert Davison. That's right. There you go. Triple D's in the house. That's right.
Gee, I like that. I like that.
But so refresh everybody's memory, Dwayne. I know we're not here to promote this book just yet. No. What does this book cover? What albums does this book cover? Just
the next book, like I said, 87, 88 will cover the Sign of Times tour, Love Sexy tour, Black Album canceling. If I go into 89, it is Batman. It'll be Madhouse release of 8, Madhouse recording of 16, release of 16, Jill Jones album. Wow, there's a Tasha Seville. It's a lot. It's a lot to cover. So Gilbert knows how much that work.
You're saying this, and I'm just getting all these like flashbacks. It's like
PTSD.
Yeah, exactly.
I have so many people say, reading this stuff gives me. It's too busy but you look at what he did. It's incredible when you see also day to day how much work this guy did. And the funniest thing to me is this guy's considered this big sex monster and always with all these women. I don't know where he found the time, because he's recording all the time. He's always being creative and always working. I don't know when he found time to relax. That's the thing that gets me.
I don't either, but
must have sometime.
Yeah. Well, let's talk about some of these events that are kind of going on here in I know, Damon, you are heading out to Houston, as we just heard from Craig Alexander. You're heading out to Houston, and you're just going to be hanging out. So, this has actually got to be good for you, just to kind of get out and just be in the mix. And so what are the things that you're most excited about in this period of time? Obviously between hanging out with Brown Mark or the movie, what is the most compelling to you out of those 3 days?
Hey, man, it's I mean, just to celebrate our brother P, mostly, man, and spend time with the fans, the people that matter the most, the people who are celebrating him as well, and getting a chance to see Mark. I haven't seen Mark in a while, and and Craig is like family to me. So when he reached out and said he wanted me to come down, it was like an opportunity to come and spread some love, man, and just be out there, having fun with everything. So I'm looking forward to it. It's also me going back to Texas, which is my roots, so.
Oh, where are you from in Texas? In
Okay,
Houston?
so when I say this, don't be making fun of the name. Lubbock, Texas.
I know where Lubbock, Texas is.
Okay, all right.
I don't know if there's anything to make. I don't know if there's anything to make fun of.
Oh no, everybody. I say Lubbock, they go where?
No, there's something actually big in Lubbock. What is the big? There's something well known in Lubbock, Texas. I don't know what it was.
Well, I'm in Texas Tech, and I think Buddy Holly and all them guys. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. There you go.
Yeah, no, it's Damon Dixon. What are you?
I was going to say home of Damon Dixon. Exactly.
Damon Dixon.
You know what? They're loving it.
Thank you, Gilbert. Thank you.
Thank you. I mean, you can look that up on Wikipedia. Is what's
Exactly.
Lubbock known for?
Sign as you walk into this town.
Yeah.
Yeah, Morris Mills says, yeah, he loves Lubbock. Yeah, and he named Buddy Holly also. Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's going to be a lot of fun. I can only imagine. Obviously, we can't be in two places at once because Jeff Page and myself are going to be up in Minneapolis doing this bowling event. Gilbert Davidson's going to be there. I'm going to do this side now. Gilbert Davidson's going to be there, which is going to be amazing. That's going to be so much fun. I know Kirky J is going to be there. Maite is going to be there. Shelby J is going to be there. Oh, timeout. I really have to make sure that I do this shout out right now to kind of send some good vibes. But right now, hope you guys are recording. Liv Warfield is on America's Got Talent.
That's right.
So she is actually appearing on America's Got Talent tonight. So if you guys make sure you record, or if you missed it and record it, I'm going to be watching it tonight before I go to bed. But Liv Warfield's on America's Got Talent. So sending good vibes, good purple vibes, and I can't imagine that she doesn't kill it. I mean, I've seen Liv Warfield perform.
She's great.
Like 3 or 4 times, and every single time she just like brings it. It doesn't matter what the audience is, she just brings it. So
I feel like this is a Brady Bunch moment where I can start pointing at different people.
By the way, I wanted to mention Chris, when you interview Gilbert, it is always so good. I mean, Gilbert doesn't talk much, doesn't come out and talk these things. There's a trust factor between you two that I love watching. I mean, you guys, it's amazing. I wish he was part of the regular staff here because every time he's on, I'm sitting there, I'm glued.
No, thank you. I appreciate that. I'm going to tell you, what it is. It's I've listened to Chris and Jeff they do their show, and I just really appreciate how genuine they are in what they do and the reason why they're doing it, and bringing that community together and letting people share, different information and just times and memories. And it's just, and not just in the Purple family, it's just music as a whole. And I think there just needs to be more of that. They do a great job. So it's really about the job that they do. It's awesome. Yeah,
the Purple community is really blessed with a lot of great podcasters and radio people. I love Chris. Chris is great, and I've always enjoyed him, and I always like what I see. And I want to say, Damon, I saw clips of you when you did the Purple Rain screening a week or 2 ago. That was fun. I love seeing you. I love seeing you get out there. Yeah. It's always nice. Always nice.
It's always fun whenever you get invited to come do anything. And I'm just honored, man, that anybody even thought of me to, ask me to do. So I'm just always honored and humbled that, I get asked to do these things. So I enjoy the fans. And that's, really what matters to me is that, they get what they pay for and what they come out to see and all of that. And then getting the chance to see all the people that, we went down this road with,
Is there anything that you learned doing that event? And my apologies to all the folks over in LA. I know our friend Jill Jones was there, and there was like so much going on. Funkenberry was there and everything. For some reason, doing the post, hey, I hope everything went well. We didn't do it. But I'm hoping that, was there any good takeaways for you, Damon, that you think you'll be able to apply to this event that you're going to be doing in Houston on Saturday for the Purple Rain event?
Yeah, basically what we're all out here doing it for is, keeping Prince's legacy alive, right? So, and I think that's the big thing, and giving the fans, that opportunity to, rub shoulders with you, talk to you, have fun, and just be lighthearted and nothing too serious, you know what I mean? And pay tribute to the guy who brought us all on.
Yeah, it was. It definitely was a lot. And I can't wait to do again. Dwayne. All three of you. I would love to have you guys back on the show on the 18th because
Ooh,
I want
bad
to
day
do.
for me. Ooh.
No, it's not. Stop lying. Stop lying, Dwayne.
I got nothing going that day. I had no friends.
Starting now, you don't have anything going on.
Ooh.
Oh, that day. Colonoscopy.
Yes.
Annoy for the guy.
It's a circumstance.
Because I obviously want to pay homage to Purple Rain, but not like in the way I think the celebration is going to do enough of the little tidbit stuff. But I really want to just have a get together that is focusing on where you were. This is a great question for you, Gilbert. Where you were in that process, what was going on for those of us who happen to be fans, where we were sitting when, we heard the first single get released on MTV or the single that came over the radio, how many times you saw the movie, just like that kind of, tabletop discussion about Purple Rain. And then obviously looking at it track by track and then, talking about the movie and stuff, but in a, just to kind of cut loose and hopefully it will be able to create some engaging stories that maybe haven't been told before. So I'm hoping that you guys have some availability on the 18th, but I'll be reaching out to all of you because all of you were there. So it's pretty amazing.
Okay.
Yeah, thank you.
Gilbert, you were security at that, but you were head of security during the Purple Rain.
No, I wasn't head of security then. Chick Hunsberry was, and I had started working with Paisley I think it was April of that year. So, leading up to the premiere and all that other stuff was just a whirlwind. I was 20 years old, and I accepted the job. And I think about a week or two later, I was on a Lear jet to Texas Stadium, and Michael Jackson was doing his concert. So, it was a little bit of a different summer job than the one I thought I was going to get. But yeah, and Damon can attest to that. You jump on that. It's just like riding a Bronco. You're just going with all these experiences and whatnot. So the Purple Rain premiere was one of many things that I experienced that year, and for the many years ahead that came on after the 10 years after 10, 11 years, whatever it was. And so yeah.
I can't wait to start digging into some of these stories. This picture behind you that's autographed is catching my eye.
It's funny. If somebody can make a comment when I'm doing this, I don't know if that's a good thing or not.
I don't know what it is.
Okay, so this is Sheila's signature.
Okay,
backwards or
backwards.
forward?
So Sheila signs backwards. That's just her signature.
Yeah.
And this is her painting. So what that is, it's a graphic of Sheila playing drums. And what they did is they gave her light sticks and they caught it, in slow-mo, and they made prints of it. So
how cool.
That is a Sheila E. Thing. So I'm talking, and I got Sheila's name on over my shoulder, which is kind of odd. I've got this pink aura above my head, and I just don't know if it's a good thing or not. So if people can give me a look, I could, this other stuff I could put in my backdrop there, but that's where that's ended up right now. Sometimes it works. Other times I'm kind of like, does that look right or not? Should I shift to the left? Should I shift to the right? But that's what that is. And you can go online and look at those. They're numbered, so there's only a limited amount of those that are out there. And
just
remember the company that did that.
You get an immediate pass because we can tell it's art. Like it's framed. If it were like your wallpaper, maybe.
Yeah, no, that's Sheila. That's Sheila E. with her lit drumsticks, and it's a special camera that they use to catch what Sheila E.'s movement while she's playing what that looks like in light. So one time, so there you go. And
That's
then
exceptional.
on the side. Yeah. So
Wow.
Yeah, I have a drum head that's signed by her, and I don't. Maybe she did sign it backwards. That's probably what she did, but I put it forward.
I'm
But
telling you,
your background isn't mayhem like mine, right? It's
no,
just
I'd like that.
literally mayhem behind me.
I can't tell you how many times Sheila has autographed for someone and they're like, well, this doesn't say anything. It's not her name. It's like, put it in a mirror and you'll see that it's it. Thank you very much. Thank you. Oh, Gilbert, the artwork looks gorgeous. It's staying there. There you go.
Yeah, all right. So let's get ready we'll get ready on the 18th. All right. So here's the other thing too. For those that are going to be, Damon's going to be in Houston. I got to work on this one. Damon's going to be in Houston. So if you guys want to hang out with Brown Mark and Damon, you got to go to Houston and hang out there. PrinceDayHOU.com in order to get those tickets. Now,
Yes, sir.
Jeff Page and myself are going to be at a different event. We're going to be up in Minneapolis. Now there's actually an event that's happening. Jeff, we don't have, all right, let me just pull this up. There's an event happening tomorrow on June 5th. And then there's an event obviously that we're going to be at on June 6th. We have not decided whether or not we're going to this Minneapolis Sound Museum thing. Or Jeff, have we made a decision on this?
Yeah. Right. We didn't. Yeah. No. Yeah.
Right.
Let's do it.
I mean, I'll call Jelly Bean and see if, I mean, he'll be,
We'll be there.
okay with it. Yeah. I mean, we'll just see if, is there room for us?
Oh,
But this, so June 5th, Minneapolis Sound Museum is going to be doing Tales from the North Sides. All the band member stories from Flight Time are going to be there. And it's just going to be, and the Jelly Bean Johnson Experience is going to be playing there. That's going to be at the Capri Theater. That's happening. And the event that we're going to be at, and I know that there are some people that are in the chat room right now that are waiting for me to do this drawing. It's like, you said 8. That's when the show starts. So let's hold on. Hold on. Wait a minute. I have an important question. And Dwayne, see, here's what I love about Dwayne is because I'll ask these questions and like Dwayne will call me or text me and go, can I have access to that sound file? Because I need to, we get quoted so much in those books, which is one of the reasons why.
Yes. No, what you guys bring to the table is amazing. I mean, I'm always having to type Jeff Page. I kind of have to make sure I credit every bite that's outside of me. Most of the stuff is firsthand, but or through interviews. But things like you guys are just great. And I'll sit there listening to a 2 or 3 hour interview, going, what's trying to find 2 or 3 words that are great. But you guys bring the thunder every time.
Oh, thank you so much.
Stop it. It's too much work.
You guys are like, I mean, come on. You guys are legends. But all right. Gilbert.
Deserve the respect of that.
I mean, the fact that somebody as legendary and iconic and as respected as Dwayne Tudall is actually looking at, the work that, I'm doing, that we're doing here and is actually, has value with it is just, it's definitely an extra, it's great motivation for us for sure. We need those types of shout outs all day long.
Oh, seriously, you guys do great stuff. And I've spent time with Damon on the phone. Damon and I spent some time. I actually never met Damon in person. No, we did meet at a Celebration a year or 2 ago, but that's it. Yeah, but I've spent time talking to Damon. Both first off for future books, but also for the Diamonds and Pearls box set that came out last year.
Mm.
Yeah. And when he got it, he sent to me a really nice video clip of him thanking me. I thought that was very, very personal. Really liked that. That was very cool.
I did not get a chance to thank you for that, Dwayne.
Oh,
yeah. You sent me one as well. I really appreciate it. Thank you.
Well, you have facilitated Maite, so thank you. That was. I mean, the thing you guys do. These things can't be done without you guys. You guys are all the ambassadors. The rest of us are a bunch of knuckleheads, but you guys are all the ambassadors who, without you guys talking about having been in the room with Prince or your experience with Prince, none of these things could be done. Really.
Yeah, but what you do is to help us make sense of our lives. It's like, what were we doing during those last 10 years? Let me just look in the book and find out just what the heck was going on.
There's times that you guys, it's the funniest thing is hearing when you guys contradict each other.
You're like
And-
free therapy, actually.
Jeez. Well, that's great. I'm glad. But you guys, there's times that I'll even write in the book, Sheila says this, Jesse says this. I don't know, I wasn't there, but I want to make sure everybody's voice is heard. And there's always contradictions. There's always people saying that I was there. And I think what I found is Prince would say one thing to you or somebody else, say another thing to somebody else, kind of playing people against each other sometimes. And
I don't think it was ever him playing against, and some people might obviously going to disagree with me. I think really what it came down to is different people play different roles for what he was trying to accomplish.
True. That's true.
You're going to get the information that you need, and you're going to get the information that you need, and you're not doing the same thing. So it might be two, separate instructions. But when you look at the end results in the work, it worked. He got the best out of what he needed from each of those people that were involved in the project.
I've just heard different people say, he told me I inspired this song, or he told me I inspired this song. And so the things like that were, and I've heard some of the other people saying, well, if you don't come in, I know this person's going to come in and they're going to kick your butt on this stuff. So
yeah, and you're going to play better when it's your song.
Exactly.
You're going to sing better. You're going to dance harder. You're going to give it a little bit, that extra.
That's right.
Absolutely.
Like for real.
So I love that stuff. I love that stuff. He's a very smart man. Very smart man. And the fact that he kept all this stuff together for such a long run, and I went back and thought, it was kind of sad when the revolution went away because I love the revolutions. That's what I grew up with. But it makes sense for him to keep growing. And not that the revolution couldn't be kept up, but he decided to do something different. He said, you know what, I'm going to go here. Yeah. And I think that you look at the sound when he's doing Sign of the Times, which is more of a Oakland sound and Minneapolis combined. And then he went, further into Diamonds and Pearls, where he brought in Damon and the Game Boys and stuff like this and started just the things he was doing where he realized, I'm tired of this. I want to move to that. And I'm a big fan of David Bowie. And he did the same kind of thing where you just see different periods. You go to Miles Davis and you see there's different periods of different musicians. They're not doing the same song in the same way. And the fact that he could make it so different that you could listen to all his albums in a row and you don't get bored. That's something, and not many artists can do that. You don't have a lot of artists that will change to the point where some fans will go, I can't listen to this. I'll get back to you the next one. But there's times that he didn't care, at least it didn't seem to, that he was doing something so different that maybe fans couldn't catch up. And it takes some time. Some of the things that you listen to, you go, it took me a couple of years to get into certain things. But then when I do, I caught up because by the time he comes out with an album, things I've noticed is he's already got another thing or two in place for the next year or two, and so we're by the time it's done, he's already been recording the next one and ready. And then when he goes on tour, he's already playing songs from the next album already. And it's just mind blowing that guy didn't stop.
It was definitely nonstop.
Well,
here's a question I have for you, Gilbert. Was there ever a time that he actually relaxed? I mean, did you guys ever sit there or did you ever think that he was still sitting there thinking about music the whole time? Was he like waiting to feed the machine, or was it times that you guys say, let's have a burger and not think about music?
No, and Damon can attest to this as well. No, we had a great time. I think that's the thing, that's important to me. And when we talk about his legacy, Prince was human. I mean, he was a friend to all of us. We played basketball, we hung out, just all that stuff. We went to the movies, we did all those normal things. But I think that where regular people, where someone might just enjoy that moment for what it was, he might grab something out of that. There might be an idea, just from innocuous conversation. I think I had told the story before on the show, and I won't go into depth, but I was taking a phone number down, and he asked me, where's your pen and paper or whatever? Like, you didn't write the number down. And I said, no, I put it in my watch. And I had a Casio watch, and he hadn't seen one before. And that was the song Databank. It was about my watch.
Jeez.
So
Dwayne, there you go. There's
I've already written that book.
No, that's Databank. Yeah, that was coming out.
Was there times like I heard a story where he'd walking across the floor and he'd hear the sound and go, that's the song I want to do, or something like that.
I think that the other thing is when that happened, when that event happened, that he was triggered to write a song, or he had that idea, that's when everything else shut down. We're in the studio. The artists were in the studio, not me. They would go in the studio and they would record, and he would record until he got it out of his system. Do you agree with that, Damon?
Yeah.
Yeah.
By all means, this time we were in the studio and we were just kind of, just hanging out. It was more or less, they were just a little jam session. And he recorded us talking, like, just talking about everyday things. And it would just be like, then you hear it in the song, you're going, when did he record that? But he was just that kind of person. I always said he was like a chef, and we were all the other little guys that was prepping all the food for him.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Sense.
So
yeah,
he did that a lot. It was just, you just had to be in the moment and kind of catch it. And then you hear the song and go, hey, we just did that the other day. So
Right.
I know that so many people actually have questions, so I'm going to go ahead and do it, Jeff Page, for right now. But we're going to do the drawing here in just 1 second, because I know people are also waiting for this. But we have not done this years, but we're going to do it right now. I'm going to. What? Don't tell me to stop. I'm rolling. Don't tell me to stop, Jeff.
All right. Go for it. I'm ready.
Go ahead. What were we gonna say?
I just have to get this out, because Prince. There's one thing that Prince did that so many people overlook, but we've become so much better in our own taste of music, so to speak. Because when people listen to artists, you have your comfort food, so to speak. You like your artist, you like the way they do it, and that's what you like. If they change, you don't like it. Prince taught and trained his fan base to love change, because most people don't do that with other artists. They like what they like, but Prince could play anything, any style, and it was like, it's okay. So, I mean, that's what we don't have enough of, and we never had enough of, but that's what he did. And I've said it before, but I still feel strongly about that. That's the only reason so many of this fan base and our people are the way we are, because we're so used to and accepting of different and change and more of it. And I agree.
I agree. And the other thing I like about that, to make it quick, I don't want to step on anybody's toes, but he let us know who his influences were. Maceo or Sly or James Brown or Robert Johnson or whatever it was. He would let us know. And I'm sure you guys did the same thing. I started looking that stuff up. I went, oh, who is this star? I don't know this person very well. And so I wanted to get as much information as I could. So, he was the professor when it came to this stuff. And I think that it was musicology. It was musical history that he was teaching. And we were all students. And it's funny because whenever somebody asked me if they try to, try to label somebody, I always say I'm a student of Prince, because I always was learning, and I still am. And I don't think you'll ever graduate if you're a student of Prince. You're going to find that the things he taught and the things that he wanted us to learn, we'll never get to the bottom of the well. That's my thought.
Right. Yeah, agreed. So what I was going to say is that I know that a lot of people out there may have questions. And so I'm going to go ahead and open up the phone lines, but I'm not going to pick up just yet, because we need to do this drawing. Because as I mentioned, for June 6th, which is this Thursday, Jeff Page and myself are going to be doing a bowling event at Bolero in Eden Prairie. And the tickets have been selling really, really, really well. We did ask some people that if you want to be entered into a drawing for a prize pack, just send us receipts that you actually purchased the tickets for this bowling event, and we'll put you in this drawing. And so this is actually the prize pack as it stands right now, which is, first off, the prize pack in the middle is John Breen's book, Prince Rocks Purple Rain, which is a collector's edition. Plus, on top of that, there is the Prince book there in the middle by Per Nielsen. That's also there. Funkatopia sticker, Prince Money, brand new Candy Dulfer album, a WTF Welcome to Funkatopia mug as well. You also see a jump drive there Not going to tell you what's on that jump drive, but that's in the prize pack as well. And then on top of that, Gilbert is donating a very rare magazine, a 10,000 magazine. I think it was called 10,000 Lakes, but it's 10,000 magazine, which was a fashion magazine that Prince started. It's got all kinds of stuff in it. Many of you have probably never even seen it before. And then on top of that, an autographed book of The Most Beautiful by Maite. And this bowling event is going to be happening on Thursday. Gilbert's going to be there. Maite's going to be there. Myself, I'll be there. Jeff Page is going to be there. Cricket J is going to be there. Marva King said she was probably going to be there. Shelby J is going to be there. DJ Linka Paris is going to be there. It's going to be an insane night at Bolero in Eden Prairie. And so not everybody not a whole bunch of people sent me the receipts in order to get in this drawing, but it's okay. It's all right. I'm going to go ahead and share the names that we have here on this list, and I will do the wheel of names.
Is it too late for me to get in on this drawing?
I was going to say, to me, same here.
No, that's it. So see, these are all the names of the people that sent. Now we always use this wheel of names thing. I know it's just this is random thing, but we're going to go ahead and do this right now and get this out of the way, and let's do it.
And it is random.
Getting
random.
hypnotized.
It's about as random as it can be. And the winner is Amita Gallardo.
All right, there it is.
There it is. So, Amita, all you have to do is just come to the bowling event. Just let us know who you are. I'll actually bring this prize pack to the bowling area, and then you'll have it in your hands. And that's it. So there you go. We went ahead and got that out of the way because I know we had already promised to do that. I'll go ahead and put up this phone number here right now as well. So if you guys want to call in and ask questions, you can. Jeff, are you going to interrupt me with another thought, or what are we doing here?
You guys have me scared right now because you said you're going to do something you haven't done in a few years.
I was
like,
gonna
what
load it
are
at the bottom. I have it at
right,
the
Damon?
bottom.
Damon's saying we're on the same page. He's like, what are you guys getting ready to do? You haven't done
Well,
I'm thinking about leaving.
But wait, there's more.
It's a phone number. It's basically allowing people to call in, and Jeff can attest to this. I think it's like hit and miss. Sometimes the people call in is just like, woof, you never know what you're going to get. But
so you haven't done the call-in in a few years.
Correct. The call in.
Okay, good. Okay.
And here is the number, and it is a vanity number. It'll be easy to remember. You can put it in your phone. It is 567-777-FUNK. Simple enough. 567-777-FUNK. If you call into the show, you can ask any of our guests any questions that you may have.
Put that in my data bank.
You still have a Casio watch?
I do, actually.
Wow. You do? Really?
I do.
All right. So here is the question I was going to ask Gilbert, and I'm going to read something, and I want you to tell me whether or not this really happened on a regular basis or not. All right. And most people will get this right out of the gate. Let's see. Body oil, check. Incense, check. Environmental records, double check. I'm going to get some serious draws tonight. Think I ain't? Let's see. If I tell Gilbert and Roan to meet me at 11 and then I creep at 10, that'll give me an hour of free reign. More draws. More draws. Did that happen on a regular basis?
Huh.
Did he tell you that did he tell you that he would be here at a certain time when actually he was going to be there an hour earlier so that he could have free reign?
No. 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 No, because it was very rare when I was traveling with him all the time that I would go to the house. So I'd meet at his house, or occasionally he'd come pick me up at my house, and then we would go. So he wasn't anywhere ahead of me when I went with him. So no, I don't think so. It sounds good though. It sounds better than I'm going to go pick up Gilbert and go to the club.
That's from the song Movie Star. You've heard the lyrics before? Did you notice it at all?
You know what? There's a lot going on up here, so I can't. Maybe it sounded familiar. Some of the jargon definitely sounded familiar, but no, okay. I hadn't heard the song.
I always thought that song. I always thought that song was supposed to be from the perspective of Morris Day.
Mm.
To me,
It sounded more, honestly, it sounded, you're right, Dwayne. It sounds more like Morris.
Yeah.
Than something
Yeah.
Prince would say.
But there were so many songs that he would write for other people, and then he would be like, never mind. I'm just gonna keep it for myself. But yeah, because I can think a lot of I mean, obviously, Movie Star. Let's think of some other ones that sound very much like something that was obviously probably.
I'm getting old. Don't make me think, man. I'm getting old. Don't put me on the spot.
He's like, come on, guys.
Actually, Jeff or Chris, you could kind of run through a bunch of questions now and get people prepped for trivia.
Oh yeah, well, I'll most of my trivia questions that we're going to be doing are going to be questions about mostly song lyrics and obviously Prince history and stuff like that. And I'll be doing them on the plane. I'll be gathering on the plane. I have not gathered any yet.
Okay.
But we did have actually we had a trivia contest. I think it was about like a year and a half ago, and apparently I made it way too hard. Because most people could not get, literally, like no people could get the answers to these questions. It was like
actually, we should get questions from Dwayne.
Oh no.
None of us could probably answer them.
No. It's the end of the day. Like I said, I'm getting old. Last thing I want to do is say the wrong thing because I'll hear about that for months. And I have. So.
I'll have to try to find some of the list of questions, but whatever I had, it was just they obviously were way too difficult for people to answer.
Sometimes questions are either way too easy or way too hard. I was on a cruise, and the question they had was, "What is the name of the band that Prince put together in like 1981?" And everybody was saying the Revolution, but it was the Time. And I love the fact that was a little more difficult. You had to know something.
That's a trick question, though.
That's a trick question, but it was still. I was impressed that was one of the. I love the trivia contest. They're better on a boat because otherwise everybody's sitting there going, and they're looking it up. I like the fact that you can't look it up on a boat. You kind of have to. You have to go by what you have in your head, which is what it used to be. You used to go to a restaurant and they have a trivia night, and everybody had to. But now it's like people are sitting there looking down. And you see a light on their face, and you know that they're cheating. So I liked when it was your brain against somebody else's brain.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, Maite's in the house. Hey, Maite.
Maite's here.
Hey, Maite.
She's hanging out. She said, "Hey, Damon."
Oh, she's just saying hi to Damon. Look at this.
Yes, I know.
What?
She's been
probably gonna say hi to everybody else. Come on now.
She's getting
No,
the important
she
people
didn't-
first.
She didn't say hi to me. Just like, oh,
Hot
him.
liver.
Oh, there he is again.
we're all gonna see her in a couple of days. So, well, except for Dwayne, who has seen her multiple times, probably. So,
Yeah, she did post her first one that said, "I'm watching Gilbert." So
yes.
Oh, okay. Okay. Thank you. I didn't see that.
See.
I know. Okay, I feel better now. Thank you.
All right. So again, if you guys have any questions, 567-777-FUNK. This was the other thing that happened too, is that people get scared and they don't want to call in. And that's it's like, I don't want to. I'm just going to stick to the chat room. I'm going to stick with my keyboard bravery side of things. But you know what? You got lots of questions to ask. But since we're still in this mix, let's talk about just for a second this bowling event. This bowling event is happening on Thursday. Again, I've already said it multiple times. Maite Shelby, DJ Linka Paris, myself, Jeff Page. Gilbert's going to be there, Kirky J and everything. It's going to be benefiting Live for Love charities. And Gilbert, can you help people understand a little bit more about what Live for Love charities is, for those who may not know?
So Live for Love is its extension, or if it's same as the Love for One Another charity that Prince and Maite started back in 99. So we're continuing on that mission. The name has changed, but the mission stayed the same. And what we're looking at, and it was interesting when you were interviewing Craig earlier, and he was talking about how he supports other charities and what he does. We kind of do the same thing, because I think that in that name, Love for One Another, Prince was trying to convey that, charitable work or the work or that message of love and community was a group effort. It wasn't just a one-dimensional, one-way kind of thing. And that, what he put together through his music and the Purple Family and just that community that he had is like, we could all make a difference. And it really
Right.
didn't take much to make that difference. You just had to kind of have that empathy and just a sense of, thinking beyond yourself. And I think he did that, as we now learn after his passing, how active he was with his philanthropy. So we're just trying to continue that aspect of his legacy. We're looking to support other charities, do good work in the community. We had the 10 for 10 campaign last December. I think we did $100,000, $10,000 awards. We're going to do that again this year. We have Live for Music program, which is really amazing thing that Maite had put together, where we've gone out and we have professional musicians, people that you very well know, but we reached out to kids whose parents may not be able to afford those music lessons. And so we pay for those lessons. They're online. Everyone should go to the website and check that out. If you have a child, or if you know of a child, a talented child that needs that extra time, mentorship, insight, as to what it is to actually have that conversation and some training by a musician that is well known, and has been there and that's done that and that. So that's a great thing. We're going to be doing Live for Dance, which will be the same thing. Live for Dance might be something we're looking into that. We don't know how well that would do online. So we are going to be looking at opening up a facility probably here in Minneapolis to do dance and kind of revisit the dance company kind of thing that Maite had did before. So we're just getting started in some ways. We kind of had after his transition, we had to, there was some things that we had to straighten out, which we've been working on in doing the work. And it's funny because we're in this now, and as we're rolling this out, you would think it's easy work to do, but it takes work. It takes work and diligence and, finding out not just who to help, but how to help. What's the best way that we can make an impact on the community. And one of the things that we found, and it's partly the reason that we're doing the bowling event, is it's a community thing. So we are supporting the Capri Theater. You should go to that event just to go to the Capri if you haven't been before.
Yeah.
So that Purple Playground will be there as well, because we want people to support Purple Playground. We will be doing something for Chance Howard. He's been going through rough times. We'll throw some support his way. And it's just really about bringing that Purple family together to have a great time. Dwayne, you had asked if Prince took time to ever, have a great time. And bowling was one of the things that he did, where we would rent out the bowling alley. And so when we were thinking about, okay, what are we going to do? This was one of 3 or 4 different things that had come up. And this is kind of where we settle at, this current environment that we live in. There's a lot of stress in the world right now for various reasons we're going into. We just wanted people to come together, have a nice time. You know what? Let's listen to some music. Let's listen to great music, great time. There's bowling. There's an arcade there. We'll have trivia there. There's food. It's a party. It's basically a birthday party, and that's what we're going to do.
That's the way to do it, man. That's the way to do it.
Yeah,
that's nice. That's nice.
All right, we got our first call. Hold on a second. Let's see if this works now. Now, because we haven't done it in years, let's see if this actually works. Let's see here.
Klondike 5.
Caller, you're on the line. Hello? Hello, caller?
Hello.
Hey, how are you?
Yeah, not there. Can you hear me?
Yes, we can.
Okay, no worries. Yeah. It's okay. Yeah, and this is a question for Gilbert. Something I always wanted to know.
I'm scared, but go ahead.
What was the scope and breadth of? Yeah, what was the deal with when he was kind of spur of the moment? Like, I'm going to do a tour. And like, how much time did you have to prepare to go out?
Oh, I can answer that question. And honestly, and Damon can speak to this as well. So when you're looking at Prince's performances, there were always different levels of it. The concerts that we put on, those tours, you were usually in rehearsals for about 2 to 3 months, correct, Damon?
Yep.
And you were in rehearsals for probably 12 hours a day, right?
Anywhere from
Nonstop.
8 to 12. Yeah.
Yeah, just show after show after, and they would just run the show over and over and over again. But with that said, on those same tours, the spur of the moment thing that you're talking about is him just say, I want to go play a club. And sometimes he would do the concert and then go to the club, and the band would go to the club, and you're putting on another show. Honestly, to me, those were my favorite shows. Those were, they're just, you're up close, no smoke and mirrors, you know, minimal production, and you're just seeing the talent up on that stage. You know, just doing that thing that artists do. And it was rare. And that's when you saw a lot of those moments that were just, you know, that you commit to memory and were just so impactful. The shows were amazing. Dwayne had spoken to that earlier. I think, you know, when you talk about the shows, those shows were amazing. If you never saw a Prince concert, I feel sorry for you. If you did, then you know what I'm talking about. But those things that happen in the clubs, you know, just nice and up close. We used to go play Nels in New York when we were in New York from time to time. And that's one of the places that we hung out. But they had a real small stage, you know, and we played there a few times. I remember one time he and I were in Monte Carlo, and I don't think they were really familiar with who he was in Monte Carlo. We were filming Under the Cherry Moon at the time. And we're in this small, like, nightclub kind of environment. And there was a piano there, and he, you know, go ask him if I could play. And the manager was hesitant because, you know, I had to kind of explain, and I didn't speak French, who he was, and we were filming a movie. Oh, yeah. Okay, so they let him get out on there and play. And he starts to play, and everything just stopped. All the people in the little cafe restaurant where we were at just noted that something different was happening with what he was doing. And he did, you know, 2 or 3 songs. So, you know, that spontaneity, that spur of the moment, I just want to play. He was definitely a kind of, honestly, just a force of nature with music. And when that was going to come out, could really just happen anytime.
Yeah. We're still getting a little bit of a clicky feedback on your mic.
On my mic?
Yeah, I think it's like a clicking, like a.
So the prep time, basically.
Go ahead, sir. I'm sorry. Caller.
Could be an hour, or it could be 2 hours, or maybe just a week in advance if it were bigger.
Yeah, all the above. Yeah, it's all the above. It just we, you know, the other thing that we don't talk about a lot. Well, a lot of thing that we talk about the artists. We also have to address the crew and the production and the people that we had at Paisley Park that pulled these things off. They worked miracles to make sure that Prince could perform when he wanted to perform. Those, you know, if we were, those guys didn't sleep sometimes. I mean, you know, day after day, setting up, tearing down. They were great. We had the best crews, best production people, bar none. I mean, they were experts at what they did.
Yeah. Thank you so much, caller. I appreciate it.
I have a quick follow up for that, Gilbert and Damon.
Thank you for. Yeah, thank you.
All right.
I hope I answered the question.
I think you did. I think
Okay.
you did.
What was you guys used to do the same thing with Prince would record a song though, and would say, "I want this played in a club tonight." I mean, that I'm assuming that was sort of a
that happened for sure.
How would Prince? Why would he do that? Would he do that to get the reaction of the crowd and then make changes, or
no? Mostly to get the reaction from the crowd, just to see, you know, yeah, just that crowd reaction. If the thump was thumping enough, you know, that kind of thing. If it was right. But again, I think that speaks to his musical talent and awareness. He could tell by the movement of a crowd if the song had what it needed. And, you know, I say this not in a way to brag about it, but he very rarely had to go back and fix anything. You know, yeah. It was just, when it came out of the studio, it was pretty much on point.
All right, we got another caller here. Let's see. It's a caller. Give us your name. Where are you calling from? It's a little delay. You there? Internet phone.
I think there's a bit of a delay, maybe.
Yeah, I think it's a little.
Make sure we don't cuss.
Well,
Yeah.
I guess while we wait for them.
Caller, you there? All right, go ahead. Well, they'll come in when they go. Go ahead, Jeff.
Yeah, I think the idea of taking something straight to the studio and into the club or whatever, it's smart anyways, because as you know, that's what test marketing is. You have to test market to know what something's going to do. And he definitely had the people around ready and willing to listen to anything, whether they knew it was his or not. Apparently,
Damon, you were shaking your head on this. Did you do that with him? Going to the clubs with him on that?
I mean, when he wanted to go play at a club and then he wanted to bring out something that he had been working on. I mean, it was just like he asked him, do you want to hear something, want to hear something new? And the crowd would just be like, ecstatic because they knew he was going to bring something. So, and then he always had that notebook, that little notebook that he carried around with him, and he would flip a page and cue the band and, we'd just get into things. And I mean, everybody had to be aware and ready to go when he was doing that. So yeah, it was like that.
I remember when they played at Universal Amphitheater, they were playing Come before this. This is back in 1933, before Come was even known, but they were playing versions of it to open the show. Like they weren't with the band, it was over the PA. So we're all sitting there going, oh wait, what is that? And so he was kind of feeding little bits and things, like teasing the audience that this is something that's going to come up probably, or maybe not at all. One of these things where he would plant seeds and some of this stuff would grow. And that was part of the fun of being a Prince fan, is you always had directions he was kind of leading you in. And I always thought that was fun.
Yeah. Caller, are you there? There's never this much of a delay. We've used this service before, and it's normally pretty quick. Caller.
So the cone of silence.
Yeah, I
get smart. I can't hear you, Max.
Caller. No, you caller.
Dwayne, you're dating us over here. Actually, I think
Sorry,
I think Chris and Jeff are going, what is he talking about?
Phone.
You and Damon are smiling like we know.
Oh yeah. That's sad.
We dropped him right now. Yeah. So again, there's so much going on. Not just I forgot to tell Gilbert. I showed you this for those who haven't seen. We actually have bowling shirts.
Oh
Nice.
my God.
Yeah, we made bowling shirts specifically for this event, and yeah, so it's gonna be.
Yeah, and just so you know, this is from the guy that says, "Oh, I don't really bowl."
I don't bowl.
Yeah, and he's just gonna show it's got a bowling shirt made.
See, that's when
He did tell me about Jeff, so Jeff's like, "Yeah, I do bowl," but Chris was like, "I don't bowl," but yet he went out and got a bowling shirt made. So I'm, if these guys side up to me and say, "Hey, you want to throw a little money on the side.
A couple of bucks.
Exactly.
Yeah, exactly.
Let's just do this for fun."
It's because here, wait a second, because Jeff sent me a picture of a busted up bowling ball, and I was like, "Oh well, I guess you'll have to use the bowling balls they have there." And he goes, "Oh, I'm not doing that. I went and bought a bowling ball." I was like, "You bought a bowling ball to take to Minneapolis from Atlanta?"
All right, it was cracked. What am I going to do if I'm not going to bowl? I'm
Use
not
the
going
house bowling ball.
You can bring a broken bowling ball. That's great. Yeah.
You can't ask Jeff to use
Thanks
that
for
house
giving
ball.
away my secrets, though.
Lucky bowling ball.
I was going to walk in and go, guys, I can't do this today.
Oh my gosh. So yeah. So Jeff, why can't you use a house bowling ball? What is it like? Just a thing? You're just like, no, it's just not happening.
Yeah, it's just not happening.
They
I
don't
used to
work.
bowl a long time ago, and you get used to having a ball drilled for you, and it's just not going to work with a house ball.
Yeah.
Wow.
I can't do it.
That's a talented hand there. He's
Yeah,
afraid it
exactly.
might throw off his whole thing. His hand will never be right again after
It'll never be right again.
with a house ball. I get it.
Yeah.
can't play my instruments if my hands are using house balls. Like, they don't let me.
I'm staying away from your lane, just so you know.
But there's a bunch of stuff going on in Minneapolis as well. I want to talk because Gilbert, you're tied to a few of these, so this is actually really, really cool. First off, we're doing the bowling event on June 6th, so I hope everybody that's was on the fence is planning to come. But on June 7th, actually Prince's birthday, Maite is going to be doing the Come Dance With Me Q&A and dance class. That's going to be happening at Cal Center for Dance and the Performing Arts. That's going to be awesome because that's also benefiting Live for Love as well as Maite's Rescue. You can get those tickets at liveforlovecharities.org. Then on the 7th, Tyka Nelson and friends, she's doing pretty much a slam night get together. It's going to be her, Adrian Crutchfield, Shelby J is going to be there, Marva King's going to be there, Donna Grantis is going to be there, BK Jackson, and of course St. Paul and the Minneapolis All-Stars are going to be doing they're going to be pretty much being the background band for the entire thing. That's at the Dakota Jazz Club. I don't know, do people know, is this already sold out? Because I thought it was already close or very close to being sold out.
It's close to sold out, or it's sold out.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Yeah.
So there's that. And of course, if you'd rather just dance all night, I mean, why wouldn't you be dancing at that event? But if you just want to hear DJs and stuff, the Dance Electric 9 with DJ Dudley D, he's going to be up at the Uptown VFW doing a bunch of jam sessions and whatnot. Then Gilbert, the Morris Day and the Time, and Sheila E. For those that don't know, Gilbert actually currently manages Sheila E. and
I'm more a consultant now.
Correct title.
Yeah, I spread myself thin. So I just talked to her. So I'm a consultant.
Okay, so he's a consultant now with Sheila E. Morris Day and the Time and Sheila E. They're going to be at the Northern Lights Casino. That's actually a few hours north of Minneapolis. I don't know how far exactly Walker, Minnesota is from there, but it's a little bit.
You're not going to be walking there. You're not going to be walking there.
No, it's a drive. It's a pretty drive, but it's a drive.
So, but you can get tickets at Yapsody, YAPSODY.com. It's Morris Day and Sheila E. at the casino. You can spend some money there. And of course, man, I wish I didn't have to leave because Michael Gabriel is going to be at the Green Room. And let me just say, I love Michael. His album Genesis was freaking incredible. Still is incredible. Was not past tense. It still is an incredible album. If you haven't heard it, it's absolutely insane. And he's got a brand new one coming out soon. He's already been kind of like dribbling out little singles and whatnot. That's going to be just friggin' ridiculous. So Michael Gabriel is going to be at the Green Room, and you can get Green Room MN for Minnesota, greenroommn.com, and get tickets for that. You got to go. If you're still in Minneapolis on June 9th, you have to go to that show. If you don't want to do the drive all the way out to Walker, Minnesota, you're just like, wish there's something else to do on June 9th. Well, actually, that's on June 8th. Sorry. There's nothing else to do on June 9th other than this. This is where you want to be, right here. Michael Gabriel live in the Green Room. This is going to be an incredible.
I just want to add, too, for Michael's show. I don't know. Well, I don't know why people would know this, but Kirk is playing drums with Michael. So Kirk is the drummer in that show.
Nice. This is going to be a full-blown thing. This is like everything going on. This is just unreal. I'm just. Minneapolis area is the place to be.
So is the 8th Morris Day and the Time, or just Morris Day?
It says like Morris Day and the Time. Yeah. Yapsody.com says Morris Day and the Time.
Okay.
Which is, I guess I don't really kind of understand the dynamic of everything that goes on with Morris Day and the Time and who's in the time and who's not, and why with the celebration it's Morris Day and NPG or Morris Day and special guest, and I just don't. I don't really fully understand the dynamic about. I guess there has to be like at a minimum of at least himself and one or two other members of the Time for them to call themselves the Time without people getting, having some type of negative feedback. I don't know.
Maybe they get permission to use the Time per show. Like maybe it's okay. You can say it here. No, you can't there. It's not affiliated or something.
Well, and there was that aspect of it too, with the whole drama that went down with Morris and the estate about the not being able to use the name for a period of time, which obviously that got worked out because he's using the name again.
Right.
So I don't know. Dwayne, do you know any details on?
Not a thing. Nobody checks me for legal things. Rarely am I consulted for legal things.
And of course, if you're not in Minneapolis and you happen to be on the other side of the country, then you want to be hanging out with Damon D over in Houston, PrinceDayHOU.com, because there's going to
Hey, when we get off of this, I'm going to start checking flights because I might have to bowl and jump on the plane, go hang out with Damon.
Right.
I'm going to tell you right now.
I
I
know.
appreciate
Out
that,
with
brother. I
Damon.
appreciate it.
There
You
you
know,
go.
I got love for you too. I'm looking
Nah,
like
yeah,
you, man.
that's
I'm actually in witness protection right now. Nobody know where I'm at, but you know, I might need to fly up to Minneapolis. Or
And
something.
I won't tell him. I won't tell him.
It's crazy. Hold on a second. It's somebody
Damon
else.
D's the new Where's Waldo. Just hiding out.
Where's Damon? Where's Double
Yeah.
Damon?
Where's Day?
Where's Double D?
Where's Double D at?
Oh my goodness, man. This is so much going on. I mean, it's incredible. I mean, I love the fact that, there's actually things that are going on for his birthday. Obviously when the celebration decided we're going to move it, and we're going to move it all the way to the end of June in order to kind of align more with the anniversary of both the movie and the soundtrack of the 40th anniversary. I think it definitely upset a little bit of a balance of what normally happens in Minneapolis at that time, because I know every single year people will normally go ahead and book other external events in and around Minneapolis like a year in advance if they possibly can, in order to lock in that venue, because they know that the celebration is going to be happening during that specific time. And I think that's pretty, it is what it is. I mean, Dwayne, are you going to the celebration?
I'm looking into it. I would love to go. I'm trying to get my schedule so I can go. Yeah, I've always had fun. I always have fun. I have nothing to do with the celebration this year, but I always have a great time up there. So, and anytime you get the thing to celebration to me is always seeing everybody It's the event, but it's also a family that you're seeing up there, fans and friends and people you don't get a chance to see very often. So it's
I told Chris that he had mentioned something similar to that in one of his podcasts. It's about community. And, I think that, when you talk about his birthday, when you talk about this time and noting this time, it is up to the community to come together and remember and celebrate and, share memories and the legacy and whatnot. So, we can all do that. And it's kind of cool that's to see, not just the things that are going on here, but what Craig's doing in Houston and, because he did reach the world.
Well, and it's a tough time in the world right now. And like we were saying earlier, somebody was saying, with being so crazy, this is the time you want to be with people. You want to hug people. You want to spend some time, break bread with them, and just kind of, we have a big family with the Prince fans. And so it's nice to kind of get together for a reunion with everybody. It's great to go and the Paisley and everything like this, but it's also the after and seeing people and just grabbing a meal with them or just running into them somewhere. And there's just, that's to me, that's the fun, is seeing and getting reminded of what you walk into a room and you've got 80% in common with just about everybody there. You don't get that very often in life. So it's kind of nice. Yeah.
Now with the bowling event, food is included with entry, but from what I understand, Jeff Page is bringing turkeys.
You know it.
You like that? Okay.
You know it. I like that. That's good.
All right. So there you go.
And apparently cookies too. There's going to be extra cookies there.
Cookies and turkeys.
Something's happening with cookies. I don't
Nice.
We'll bowl for food.
Go home for food.
Bowling for soup.
Now for non-bowlers, of course, they're going to walk up to you and say, well, where's the turkey? Right.
That's right.
I'm going to be throwing gutters.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm definitely looking for it
Nice.
for sure. Yeah, I'm a non-bowler. Even though I have a bowling shirt, I'm a non-bowler.
I'm afraid.
I would be. That seems kind of I think you're setting people up with this. Oh, we've
that's-
never
that's
bowled.
setting
I've
up.
never played poker before. What is this?
What is
You know,
this?
yeah.
Yeah,
I
that's
told
right.
him, Dwayne. I told him
Matt?
I might have not. Yeah, it's like okay. I'm not. You sent me the shirt and everything else. It's like, yeah.
We'll see. We'll have a report on this afterwards when these guys are walking away like Scrooge McDuck with stacks of dough in their
So-
hands.
So what you guys don't understand is we've mastered the art of the bait and switch. Got everybody all eyes on me, and Chris is the one who's going to knock it out.
He's the shark. He's the shark.
I'm not betting either one of you.
I can't. Yeah, I just can't. I wish I could. I can't get the spin or nothing. I'm one of those straight bowlers. This is like, if there's a pin that's down there, I'm going straight. I'm not doing any curves.
Do you
I
need the
just don't-
guardrails?
I don't know. If my kids are playing with me, yep. Like, you want them up or down? I was like, up is fine. They need them.
They need them. It's for them.
It's for them.
Little dinosaur ramp in the middle. That's what I use.
Little rolling
It's
ramp.
for the kids. It's for the kids.
It's for the kids.
Yeah, absolutely. Oh my gosh. All right, gentlemen. Thank you guys so much for hanging out. Gilbert, we will see you. We'll see you tomorrow. We'll actually
You'll
see you tomorrow. And
Absolutely.
then Dwayne and Damon, I actually, you know what, Damon, Craig sent me your new phone number, but it wasn't your new phone number, so I've just been sending a bunch of random texts to somebody else.
Well, I sent you mine. I text you from mine. So
Okay, well, I got it now, so I will be in touch because
Just put it down below on the Chiron. Just put Damon's number in there.
I will.
hey, witness protection, Gilbert. I mean, if you want the number, I'll get in touch with you privately.
All right. Okay. All right.
Well,
I got it.
wait, why don't you post your number and then I'll call you?
Damon's business card says, "I'll call you."
I'll call you.
Well, you
Someone was saying, what's the number? Is it 1-800-NEW-FUNK? And I was just like, no, it's not that. But you know what's funny is there's Josh said 1-800-NEW-FUNK. If you guys happen to go online and go to 1-800-NEW-FUNK.com, which was the old website, it's a little bit of a surprise there. Yeah.
That's
See,
not
the man,
nice to
the
say
man
that.
is an enigma. He's got so many secrets going on. He can't keep them straight. Bowling, the secret thing over here. Something's on the thumb drive. There's more to this man than meets the eye. None of this is happening by
absolutely.
accident, for sure.
Yep. Transformer for sure.
Dwayne, I think there's a book over there. I think
I'm good. I'm writing this down right now. So if I go to the site, am I going to need to go to confession the next day?
No,
Is that
you-
what-
Oh, wow.
Okay, 'cause I want to make sure. I want to make sure.
Yeah, so-
Family man here. Family man here.
I think I think there's something going on between him and Damon. Like Chris knows why Damon's in witness protection.
I do. I've heard stories. There's no like two versions of the stories. I'll figure out which one's the right one.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
So
That's funny.
it was in some domain aftermarket scenario. It was like a GoDaddy's domain aftermarket, and I just kind of scroll because every now and then I'll look and I'll buy a domain just because I think it's cool. And I'm like scrolling through, and all of a sudden I see 1-800-NEW-FUNK.com is for sale. I'm like, what? I was like, how is that for sale? So I bought it for, I don't remember what it was like $100 or something like that, and I bought it. I just forwarded it to Funkatopia.com. I was just like, might as well. It comes with a bunch of backlinks already in place.
Word, I was going to be seeing pictures of you on there. So now I know that's like to a video link.
Yeah, it goes to Funkatopia.com. But
Oh, smart. That's smart.
nobody has said anything. So, I've got a couple. I have a few of those. Real music by real musicians. That's one.com. So yeah,
a lot of typing though.
no, it's not. Well, yeah, if they bought it, yes, I bought it. It was me. Anyways, there you go. All right, ladies. Oh, actually, you know what? This gentleman may want to say hi to folks. I'm going to bring in one more guest. We have room for one more right here in the corner, right? I mean, we got to. Ladies and gentlemen, Dwan Elliott of the Blackshire is in the house.
What's up?
How's it going?
How you guys doing, man?
Great.
Great.
Batman shirt, killing it, man. We got a full house. This
Right.
is pretty amazing. For 3 days ago, there was nothing going on.
This is perfect. Perfect.
Dwan has.
This is going to be confusing, by the way. This is going to be very confusing.
A lot more
Dwan,
D's.
Dwayne. Oh, now we got 4 Ds in
Now we
here.
got 4 Ds in here. This-
Four
Oh,
Ds.
yeah, sure do. Oh,
Nice.
This is amazing. Davison, Dwayne, Dwan, and Damon.
I'm
D.
telling you guys, there's more to this man than meets the eye. He's this mastermind.
All will be revealed.
Yeah, he knows exactly what is going on. And look, you can tell I'm not telling the truth by looking at Jeff's face.
yeah.
That's like they're about to find out something. And
I want some science here.
there you
I don't
go.
have a poker face.
Okay, I know.
I know. Like,
Mr.
horrible.
Christopher always up to something.
I know it's never fails. I was scrolling through and I just stopped at D's and was like, all right, invite.
We were talking about everything was going to be alphabetical order, so we figured we'd have a show that way too.
Nice.
Absolutely. So the reason why I wanted Dwan to come on is because is this a full new album that's going to be coming from you?
Yeah, full new album. Yeah, the full album should be dropping in early August for sure. But I'll be dropping before that for sure.
How long has it been for that since your last album?
2017. Wow. That's a long time,
man. When did you come? What year did you come over my house and we were hanging out? Was that 2017? Was that long ago?
I think it was 2017. Yeah.
So we were doing the show and Dwan came over and he literally was right here. We were talking about his new album. We were hanging out and just cutting up.
Yeah.
And it was a blast.
We had a ball, man.
I was really excited to actually let's watch a little bit of a clip of just a minute like a minute and a half of the snippet of this new song he's got called No Grease. Let's check this out. Hold on.
It's been 20 years, and y'all thought I was gonna let y'all slide. It's crazy being back in the Midwest. Memories, 50% good, 50% bad, and we gonna talk about the latter. Mommy, please excuse me if I come across vulgar. It's kind of what I do when I'm going for the jugular. You don't know the half of what your middle boy done been through. So I'ma have to sit you down and paint this picture for you. Some of you knuckle draggers think that I should turn the other cheek. But it's hard to reconcile and watch you niggas run free. Doing the most just to save face with the get along gang. And it's just a facade to cover up all your pain. You think we had it easy, living on these Minnesota streets, but y'all don't know that we got pipe with no grease. Yes, we did. No grease. Good Lord. I remember when me and Uncle Johnny got cut from Paisley Park, and delivered from Mr. Hayes was a notice from Prince. We was in the dark.
You go, an exclusive snippet right here from Dwan Elliott's new album coming out. No Grease. That was a snippet right there. It's killer, man. All right.
Yeah, congratulations, man.
Thank you.
Nice.
Thank you.
I want to, you know what? I'm going to jump in here. I got to get ready to go. Actually, I got to go to rehearsal. But for all you people that are watching this, support the album, support the artist. All right. I don't know if you're going to, just go out and put this on Spotify or whatever, but if he has hard copies, buy the album.
Yeah.
If you want to continue to hear good music, real music, and have artists, do what they do, you have to support them.
Yeah.
Otherwise, you're going to be listening to
stuff
what you've been complaining about for so long.
Thank you.
You got to do it.
Yeah, streaming everywhere. And yes, if you want hard copies will be available.
Throw that support the artist. That's going to be my whole message for the years to come. Got to support the artist.
Absolutely. Gilbert, we will see you tomorrow.
All right. Thank you, everyone. Thanks for going easy on the questions too. I know you probably clicked a lot of people off with the phone and questions and stuff. So you didn't put me, Dwayne, and Damon in any kind of peril. We appreciate it.
He'll do it.
I'm telling you, he's a mastermind. I'm gonna give you guys some time. Thank you.
All right, Gilbert, thank you so much. All right, so that was Gilbert Davison. Yeah, Dwan, I'm psyched about this new album, man, because it's been a minute.
It's been a minute,
long time.
Long time coming. Long time. I'm excited. I'm finally. This has been on ice for a minute, brother. So
yeah, I'm kind of like surprised because because you you're like Prince in a lot of ways as far as like constantly writing. So if it's because of the fact you're constantly writing, what was the delay on this?
Oh God, transitioning, moving from state to state, city to city, COVID, for sure. We had a conversation about that. We did a podcast on that, about how that affected artists, you know. So that learning, dude, this is probably my best album to date, you know.
Wow.
Production wise, engineering wise, writing wise, dude, I literally just sat down at the microphone with this whole album and didn't write a single thing down. It was just like it was just coming out. It's coming out. Didn't even touch it in bad. Yeah. So
Yeah.
therapy. This album is total therapy. That makes any sense.
When it happens like that, it typically is good because it just kind of it means it's flowing. It's the creativity and the juices just happen, and it just starts hitting. I know I've heard that it recently started happening with Van Hunt, who has been like super quiet for like a long friggin' time. Obviously, he's tied up. I'm sure he is every now and then.
Yeah.
He's but you know, I love when that happens because then that creativity starts flowing, and you know the songs just start coming. And when it come naturally like that, it means that there's like a subliminal thing that's happening too, that's kind of in connection with the universe. That kind of sounds weird, but it's just it flows that right way.
Right, exactly. And breaking away from the brothers, it's like I had to learn how to rewrite because you know those tasks be delegated to different characters within the band. You know, so writing is like coming up with your own personality. So I think this is like my first album where people are gonna get a chance to see me for who I really am. Personality wise, you're gonna get Dwan Elliott on this one. You know, the last one I was just kind of fishing around. You know, I lucked up.
It was a little bit. It didn't seem like you were holding back on that last one. It did. So this one's totally different, huh?
Steph Curry all the way through, man. All the way through.
Uh-oh.
Okay, all right.
That kind of flow happens when you write with purpose.
Yes.
Yes.
And
So
I want it
that's-
to be
that's kind of
authentic. Yeah, I want it to be authentic to Dwan Elliott this time. You know, the last album I was just kind of feeling my way around. But this one here, dude, yeah, it's got my fingerprint all over it. You know.
That's nice. Is it private? So if you had to like ratio it up, how much is funk? How much slow jams? How much? What can we expect? How many tracks are on this thing?
Probably like 10 to 12. So I'm debating on if it's gonna be 10 or 12, but mostly funk. Mostly funk.
That's
Mostly
good.
funk for sure. I had to get away from that. You know, yeah. I think the world's not calling for R&B and all of this, you know, lovey-dovey stuff right now, dude. So, you know, you got to be true to the time, you know. So it's like, you know, this is the best time to just dig in, dig deep, and just be honest with yourself.
Yeah.
And that's what I did with this record. You know, just let it all hang out. Yeah.
Funk is good.
Yeah.
R. Kelly ruined it for us all.
You definitely ruined it for some. Definitely.
I'm looking for if it's gonna be funk. Yeah, and Jeff's like, oh, God. If it's gonna be funk, yeah, go with 12 tracks. Well, I'm all
Yeah,
about it.
dude. Okay. Yeah. Funky dude with a new twist to it, you know, of course. And the new twist is me, just being me, you know. So
are you planning a tour for this album, or what's the? I know that it's kind of now.
We're working on it. Yeah, we're working on it. We're definitely gonna be hit up DC for sure. That whole DMV area. I love DC. So we're working on it for sure.
You gotta make
Dwan
sure
and I
that
are going to tour together. So it's going to be Dwayne and Dwan.
I love that. That'd be nice.
you gotta have Damon.
Damon D, Dwayne and Dwan, DC.
Damon hyping up the stage. Yeah,
In
there you go.
December.
I'm all
December.
game to come pop. I'll pump it up because that was funky.
Hey,
We
look,
need hype. We need
opening.
hype.
I'm opening. So, you know, I'm gonna get mine out the way. Damon, yeah, I'm opening.
I'll be playing to an empty house at the end of the night. Everybody left after your thing. Man.
I like
rough.
that. It had
Yeah.
definitely had I couldn't help but it had that. Forgive me, but it had this like no diggity vibe to it. It was just kind of like this kind of like flow to it. It was just like, okay, all right, I was feeling it. Okay.
I didn't think of that, but yeah, you're right. Yeah, yeah.
Just
no
the
doubt.
flow and the bounce of it was just like, all right, okay, yeah, that's it. I'm looking forward to it. So when is it? Do we have a date? Or I know you're still
the single drops June 7th. So
Oh,
after
this
the
week,
single,
this
and
week.
after that, like so around the top of August, the whole album should be dropping on its way. I'll probably release maybe two more singles before the actual album drops. So yeah, I got some things I got.
First one's on the 7th. You said the
Yeah.
first one was on the 7th.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's Friday.
Streaming on all platforms everywhere. So
Wow.
yeah, already queued up. It's already ready.
So
Awesome.
nobody's heard that snippet other than the people here tonight.
Dude, come on, bro. You know me and you talked about this. I already told you, man. The minute I got something cooking, you get it first. That's how it works. Yeah.
Now look, see, Chris, you getting all the good stuff.
Yeah.
Right. There you go. So we got to have it. So Jeff Page, we got to make sure that we put an album release party for Dwan Elliott on the calendar. So that when that album drops, we do a whole thing, kind of like we did with Michael Gabriel for Genesis. We'll do a whole thing. We'll cover the album track by track, tell the stories, the vibe behind it, everything. We'll do a full blown thing for Dwan.
Oh boy, you guys gonna get in there full. So get ready.
Good. That's
And I'm
always
telling you, Mr. Christopher, you're gonna have questions. So you're
I
gonna have
always have
questions. So
Don't have
yeah,
to ask too many, but
Yeah.
yes.
yeah.
But it's
Yeah.
okay. Dwayne loves it when I ask too many questions.
Nice. Nice. Same here. It's all good. So appreciate you guys. Thank you so much, man.
Man, thank you for coming and giving everybody a little bit of a snippet, man. That was fantastic, man.
Fire. We already know.
Thanks,
Oh,
Jeff.
it's
Thank
I
you.
love that it was telling a story. I mean, we kind of faded out before the story landed.
Yeah.
So I'm like,
Yeah.
you teased. Clip tease.
It's some story. Yeah, it's a story in there, brother. Yeah, a couple.
Wow.
So get ready. Brace yourself.
Yeah, I have the whole. He sent the whole song to me, but I was just like, let's do the snippet for right now. But the whole
Yeah.
song is banging. Dwayne.
I've got the whole song, my friends.
I do.
And this is true because usually I'll know when there's something and we'll both get to hear it. He didn't even share it with me, so he was true to you. I'm sure he was like, "Hey,
Wow.
this ain't out."
Yeah.
I didn't even hear it ahead of time, so
Yeah.
I first-
Yeah.
Man.
Thank you guys so much, man. Thank you guys so much, dude.
All right, just let me know. We'll be
Yeah.
ready for it. Well, let me know.
Okay.
We'll do a full blown album release party. We'll make sure that everybody gets here, man. Man, it's gonna be fantastic. I'm looking forward to it, especially if it's gonna be mostly funk. I'm all in.
Yeah.
I'm all in. Maybe where are you at right now? What state are you in right now?
I'm in Minnesota still. I'm in Minneapolis.
Are you coming bowling? Or are you gonna be doing anything?
Dude, guess what? We're moving there.
You moving where?
Moving to Atlanta.
Shut up. When?
Look, we can't. You remember last time I was there? Oh, by the way, my apologies, brother. Real talk. We were supposed to gotten together and hung out when I was there. Remember?
Yeah, I actually you said like I'm gonna be there. My brothers are all coming, and I was like, oh, I gotta buy a bunch of mics now. I gotta figure this out,
Bro, dude.
It's okay. It's all right.
Yeah, and that was the whole thing, dude. Trying to wrangle them together to get them there. A whole situation. We'll talk about it. But yeah,
Hurting
ended up not happening.
Now, Damon, have you been to Chris's house?
No.
No, me neither. What's up with
Oh
this?
my God.
Yes.
So
I've known
we
Chris
were-
for
we were in-
years.
We did a show in Atlanta, and we didn't really get to go to it.
This
he
is
came and announced
this
the
is
show,
ungrateful, ungrateful
introduced
AF,
us.
man. Ungrateful AF. That's all I gotta say.
We're gonna have to have a house party. I'll let the wife know. Like, here's what's gonna happen, hon. Just so we're clear.
Yeah.
A lot of vacuuming going on.
Chopped liver here, man. This is awful.
But
he's rubbing it in too.
So, yeah, I know. See, that's the thing is that out of everybody in this room, I've known Dwan for many, many years. So Dwan and I go way, way back. So
you're better friends. All right, we got it. That another punch in the face.
Got it.
It doesn't stop. Doesn't stop.
It was an opportunity that presented itself, and it was like, hey, well, come over for dinner, we'll hang out, and that's what happened.
So
and then we did the show and everything. So
yeah,
Damon likes meals. I like meals. We both like meals, right? Come on over, will you?
What do we have, Dwan?
I'll pay for your food.
I think it was like roast beef.
Yeah, I made pot roast. That's right.
Pot
That's
roast.
right.
Yeah.
I love pot roast. Damon's always talking about pot roast.
Hey, I make a mean banana pudding.
Exactly. Exactly.
Okay, here we go. So pot roast, banana pudding. It's a done deal. It's gonna happen. Now you're talking my language.
I'll bring the drinks. I'll bring the drinks.
Now.
Hold me to it.
Sad.
Oh my gosh! All right, Dwan, thank you so much. Let us know when that album's hitting, and we
No
will
doubt.
we'll do it, man. Thank you so much for dropping in, Damon D
Hey,
and Houston. You got make sure that you take pictures, little video clips. I know you're probably going to go live as
hey,
often.
yep, and don't forget to support the Day wear.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, you're going to be selling a lot of that in Houston. So if
Yeah,
anybody's
this is actually my take of when me and the other guys started our career. So we started 40 years ago then too. So
man,
Damon,
That-
you know, we lived in Houston before we moved to Minneapolis.
oh, did you?
Southwest Houston, man.
Okay,
Right off of Fondren.
okay.
Yeah.
he's out of Lubbock.
I'm in Lubbock.
Yeah, I'm familiar. Absolutely. We was
Yeah,
there for
yeah.
like 5. We was there for like 5 years.
Okay, okay.
There, it's famous.
We'll meet. We'll talk.
Yes, sir.
Howdy, and Damon D.
Okay,
Yes,
man.
sir. You guys have a nice one, man.
Yeah, man.
I
All
say,
right.
Thanks for having me on, Mr. Christopher.
What's
Oh
that?
man, the best. Dwayne, thank you so much. It's always an honor to have you because you are a wealth of knowledge. And pick up those books. There's going to be a new one coming. Pick up those books. I've already got 4 of them over here. So
Got a stack of them.
read my book.
Get his book. Get his book, man.
Read my book.
Take it
All
easy, guys.
It's
All
in
right.
the book. It's in the
Come on.
book.
See you later, brother. All right,
Thank you, guys.
Damon, have fun in Houston and
Thank you, brother.
make sure you take clips, man. Appreciate
Hey,
it.
y'all get some strikes for me. I like to bowl a little bit, but I'm in incognito. Nobody know where I'm at. So
Okay.
Get one
Actually,
to it.
I know where you're at, but I'm not going to.
Where's Double D?
Double D. Yeah, yeah.
All right, David. We'll talk to you later, brother.
All
See you
right,
guys. See you guys.
Yeah.
I'll
Dwayne, we'll
talk
talk
to
to
y'all
you,
later.
man.
Yep, sounds
See
good.
ya.
Talk to you guys later. Thanks. Bye.
All right. Well, that wow, what I don't even know
What
what
fun.
happened. I
A
just
quiet show that we were just gonna kind of chill and get through a couple of things turned into a party. So hey,
yeah, I don't know. Again, we were supposed to have the Purple Rain event, which we're gonna have a bunch of people coming over, and we were going to talk about Purple Rain, just gonna hang out, kind of like we did tonight, but really specifically talking about Purple Rain, all the tracks, all the stuff,
it was-
all that stuff, and it just went. You know what's funny is that I was looking at the show graphic, and I didn't announce any of the guests that were going to be on at all.
Not at all. So nobody knew.
Nobody knew. I said there's going to be special guests, and if you want to call in, you can call in. But Gilbert Davison, Damon Dixon, Craig Alexander came on, Dwayne Tudor came on, Dwan Elliott came on, the Black. I mean, come on.
Surprise! Surprise! Surprise!
So, and just to kind of cover up a couple of things. First off, we are off next week because I'm actually going to be in a place where I won't be able to broadcast. I mean, I probably can, but I won't be prepared, and it will be an awful situation. So it's just, I'll be mobile. So next week's not going to happen. So the following week, which is the week of the 18th, we will be back with a Purple Rain special. And Dwayne Tudor said he's going to come. Damon D said he's going to come. I'm going to reach out to Jill Jones, and she'll make it out too. We're going to have as many Purple Rain folks as we possibly can into one room and just have a total haywire show.
R40 party.
And Lisa says she's already got a great Purple Rain concert story. I've got a few of them too, but I've already told mine like a few times. So I'd love to hear other ones other than mine. Man, so much fun. And of course, do not forget. Sorry, I'm trying to watch the clock here because Jeff and myself are going to have to get up early to get on the plane to go to Minneapolis tomorrow. So if you're going to be in Minneapolis, just know we'll be out and about. And we're having too many plans for tomorrow, but Thursday is going to be insane. And try to remember also tomorrow at noon, Prince A to Z is happening tomorrow. That's Wednesday, June 5th, tomorrow, noon Eastern Standard Time. We'll be playing all of Prince's music completely in alphabetical order. It starts with the numbers and symbols, and then it goes through his entire catalog in alphabetical order. Now, I want to be real clear. A lot of people say, well, it's, how much exactly is that? Now, we got to understand something here. It's not just the stuff that is on albums. I want to be real clear. We're talking about, not only the official releases, but also songs that he shared online, songs that he may have did with Third Eye Girl when he popped up on YouTube and did like little things. We captured all that stuff, the stuff that the hit and run tracks where he would just like dump a track on some random, Yahoo or whatever it was that he put it on. We were able to grab it. The MPG Music Club files, not the actual shows, but some of the songs that he dumped on the MPG Music Club, the B-sides. It's going to be ridiculous. There are over 1,200 songs that you will hear. Plus, on top of that, some of the rehearsals and things of shows, songs that are not his, like covering Oye Como Va by Santana or just whatever. I captured as much as I possibly could, and you're going to hear all of it tomorrow, starting at noon. It's going to be insane.
And remind them again, it's not one of those where we play it and then come back and play it again at a different hour for day and night. This is straight through once. So if you got to stay up overnight, stay up.
So it's going to go start at Wednesday at noon, and it takes 4 days and 7 hours. So you got Wednesday to Thursday, then Thursday to Friday, then Friday to Saturday, then Saturday to Sunday at noon, and then 7 p.m. So it's going to end somewhere between 7 p.m. and 8 p.m. on Sunday night. So it's starting tomorrow at noon, and it will go no repeats. There's going to be no repeats of songs. It's literally no song will be repeated.
Get your coffee stash ready.
Yeah. So while we were on a plane, you're going to be having a lot of fun. So download the Funked Up app, go to iPhone or Android, the Google Play Store, whatever phone you got, search for the Funked Up app and download it. We'll probably be doing the same thing, the alphabetical. I don't think we're going to be doing the chronological. We'll probably do the same thing during the celebration, but we'll probably do it another time, 2 times through. I don't know. Maybe just once. I don't know. I haven't decided. And also, it's important to note that when we do this, it's a lot of listeners all piled in listening. And this radio station is an ASCAP licensed radio station, meaning when we play the music, the artist gets paid. So it's important because when the math goes, how many people listened, how long did listen, and what songs played, who was the artist, who was the song, blah, 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 and that they can't identify the song, then they just attribute it to the artist as long as they can attribute it to the specific artist. It is like a whole thing. And they do a bunch of math, and then at the end of every month, we get hit with a bill from ASCAP. So first off, a huge, huge thank you to the supporters on our Patreon supporters. It's patreon.com/Funkatopia, patreon.com/Funkatopia. And that's FUNKATOPIA. So if you go there and you become a member, you will also help to support the radio station. And again, when we do events like this, it normally gets a lot more listeners because people are intrigued by it. They want to hear what it sounds like in alphabetical order or in chronological order if we do it that way. And it's a whole thing. So please support us, patreon.com/Funkatopia. And if you don't want to join, you can join for as little as $5 a month. But if you can only do one-time donations, that's fine too. Venmo @Funkatopia and Cash App $Funkatopia. And just support because we need it. Because not only do we have the radio show, but you also have the app itself, the server that it's on, the storage that it's on, the bandwidth that it takes up, the equipment, and all this stuff that we do. So it is an ongoing thing. And we greatly appreciate the Patreon supporters and, of course, also the other people that donate as well. So thank you so much. So you are going to see the benefits of that, the fruits of some of that labor tomorrow at noon, A to Z, all of Prince's music.
Be there.
Yeah. Or
ears open.
Yeah. We hope you had a good time tonight. It was completely and totally 100% unexpected for sure. I mean, I kind of knew that people were going to be coming in, but I didn't think they would all come.
Yeah, we didn't know how it would pan out.
Shelby was recording. She said she was going to try to come, but Shelby wasn't able to make it, so that's fine. She was just going to talk about the show on the 7th. that she's doing with Tekken Nelson. And of course, she's also going to be at the bowling event also. So please join us if you happen to be up there in Minneapolis or the Eden Prairie area on Thursday. Come join us for bowling and go to Bolero at Eden Prairie. Starts at 6. We're going to be there. We're going to hang out with a bunch of people. Hope to see you guys.
Come have fun.
All right. I'm rambling. Got to go. We got to get some sleep. We got to get up early. I'll see you tomorrow at the airport, Jeff.
You got it.
Good night, everyone. Thank you so much for joining, and get some sleep. We'll be the first to join you. Not in the same bed, but just never mind. It just gets worse. Good night.